And what is up, everybody? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the YouTube Saints, the only podcast is guaranteed to go straight to DVD. What's going on? Nick, aka The Wizard of Cause, my partner Grime, how are you?
I'm pretty good today, actually. I'm kind of surprised because we didn't actually ask for the first time ever. This is 31 episodes we've done. First time ever, we didn't have to actually start the episode by asking, oh shit, wait, who's got intro?
Yeah.
Because I was just going to say, welcome to the YouTube Saints, the only show where we prep the intros most of the time.
In a rare moment, I was like, well, I'm looking at that Photoshop that I made. I'm like, DVD. Yeah, it makes sense.
There we go, straight to DVD, because that's what Lethal Weapon 3 was. Straight to DVD.
No. Nick, no. Why? You're looking very Han Solo tonight.
I don't think Han Solo had hair this good. Just saying.
That's true. That's true. And I bet you don't look like a grandma every time you throw a punch, which...
No, I've been, I've been staying on my tasks, you know, keeping busy and such.
Sure.
As in, like, you know, and like one of my big tasks, like any bachelor, is, you know, put off doing laundry. I've been doing really good at putting off doing laundry. So,
that's good.
A button down and a vest felt appropriate for tonight because I don't have any other clothes.
Oh, they say Streamlabs is up. Oh no! I'm gonna go fix Streamlabs. Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna go fix this stupid door that thinks it has a right to be open.
What?
I know.
That's ridiculous. What do you mean Streamlabs isn't up? Streamlabs should be up. Yeah, Streamlabs is totally working. You people are crazy.
I know. Why you just gave Google 60 cents, dude.
I know. Just to let everybody know, if you do intend to super chat, you can always use Streamlabs instead, and you don't have to pay Google 30% of yo hard-earned motherfucking money. Yeah, no,
I learned that shit too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We know all about earning our money here at the YouTube Saints. As you can tell by our liver spots.
We were just having that conversation about the fucking death earlier too. Like, sometimes... Oh yeah,
go ahead, Jeff. Mention that on stream. That's a great idea.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, like, when I really think about it, and sometimes people are like, you know, the streamers, they don't earn any money. Well, motherfucker, have you ever been like pushed into because people are throwing money at you to take a shot of liquid death? Huh?
Have you ever drank turpentine for money?
Fuck. This shit is vile. Fucking
I don't know.
vile.
You're honestly, like, watching you drink that shit starting to get to the point, because I remember way back in the day, back Fort Benning, back in basic, right? There was a cat. He'd do anything for money. He was like a geek. Like, you could pick up some random Georgia bug off the floor and be like, $5, and he'll be like, sure, I'll eat it.
Ugh.
One time, I shit you not, this guy, his name was Baron, right? Baron. Good guy. Crazy motherfucker from Tallahassee. So we were doing some kind of detail in the front lawn, and about 8 or 9 privates decided to start stomping on a Georgia fire ant hill.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, well, I mean, the ground turned black with ants, and Baron went around collecting, like, not bets, but like, who wants to throw in on the pot? And I think, what's the pot for? It's like, I'm gonna teabag that fire ant hill.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh, he made like $280 that day, but like he straight up, like, he's like, all right, grab my hands, drop trowel, nuts out, just let him lean back, and he's like, and I saw the guy do it, and this is what kind of crazy fuck he is, like, it's, you know, burning, hurting, all that shit, and he's just chuckling. He's chuckling. It's the funniest thing. And even in the DFAC later, we're at fucking lunch, right? And you see Baron kind of come, and he goes to sit down, and he's like, ow. Yeah. I think he was laughing all $280.
I bet he was. I swear to God, this audience is gonna be the fucking death of me. It is gonna be the fucking death of me. Well, fuck it. I mean, okay, so we've already gotten 2 super chats. One was Austin Kane says Streamlabs isn't up, but it is. Also, everyone in general sucks. You know. But then Jeremy Freeman just said, for $20, death, devil, evil, drinks, drink it, Jeff. Okay, I tell you what. I will, for $20, I will take a shot of the death. But I tell you what, I will not take another shot of this shit for less than twice that. So
we should really keep. Wasn't it like $100 or something last time?
Yeah, but I haven't really even started drinking yet today, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's just I do notice that. I mean, you know what I think it is? I don't think it's even that they like watching you suffer, Jeff. I just think that they've noticed, like I've noticed, that when you have yourself a shot or two of the death there,
yeah,
we always go over time. So they're like, yeah, extra saints, fuck yeah, dude.
Probably. Jesus Christ.
Gonna get some extra saints going on here, fucking yeah. Let's get Jeff fucking good drunk. We'll be doing this shit till like 2 a.m.
All right, I got the fucking shot of death. Let's do our first news story while I take it. You've got it up, right?
All
right.
I'll bring it up. Hold up.
Are we gonna watch the video on this, or?
It has a video?
It has a video, but I don't know.
All right, well, I mean, we'll just go over it. Now, the reason I picked this particular story, now we're gonna try and well, we've been discussing. We're gonna maybe try and start getting away from the the more like super topical news stories, because what's the fun in hearing us tell you something you've already heard from this week, unless we have really good jokes for it. Now, this comes from CNN, and this is from their opinion section, and I picked it because I didn't never expect to see CNN expressing any levels of self-awareness. Yeah. So the article is by John McWhorter, and it's called "Educated Liberals Overuse the Term Racist." Huh.
Keep going.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm enjoying this as much as everyone else, I'm sure.
Fucking feels like fire.
That's because it is. It's flammable.
Yeah, it even says flammable on the bottle.
Yeah, let's take it. We're gonna take an alchemist's approach to this, and we're gonna say that there is fire in that bottle. It just hasn't been transmuted yet. So on to the article. Now, John McWhorter teaches linguistics, American studies, philosophy, and music history at Columbia. So cool. CNN. No one can fail to be amazed by the courage of people who protested segregation and bigotry in the 1950s and 60s. No argument. Those who endured physical injury justifiably stick in our minds the most. Oh, it sounds like he's starting to say something I've been saying. Today's educated liberals lack the courage they admire in their forebears at a time when it is needed more than ever. Namely, too many liberals in power lack the guts to sanction those dedicated to shouting down speakers from the right. Instead, they let pass a state of dialogue as choked as one that Berkeley's free speech movement resisted. Wow, it's almost like CNN's been watching like shitlord videos or something.
It's actually starting to sound like that a little bit, yeah.
Oh. To hurl the N-word at someone is an attempt to shut down discussion. This is true.
Yep.
Today, the word racist serves the same function. I love this article.
Holy Jesus.
Or today's fashionable new version is now so grievously overused, white supremacist. Suspected white supremacist.
Suspected white supremacist.
Suspected.
That's me.
Pinkies out, bitches. Anyway. Such that, for example, liberal man of letters in Columbia, Professor Mike Lilla, accused of making white supremacy respectable, for suggesting that Democrats emphasize identity politics less with the goal of winning the White House from Donald Trump. Wow.
Fuck.
Oh, what? All right, yeah, keep in mind, I want you all to bear in mind, this is CNN, right? This is an age of shitlords here. Of course, of late, a certain crowd is not only using single words, but completely silencing that which they don't want to hear and have decided no one else should either. The way actual white supremacist Richard Spencer was treated at University of Florida Thursday was an example, now sadly typical, of how self-appointed social justice warriors refuse to allow unpopular speakers to even open their mouths during events. Holy fucking Jesus, Jeff, what fucking planet am I living on when...
CNN is this woke well, CNN is not woke. CNN in this article is well slept. Well slept. Yeah, dude.
Well slept. Well slept, my dude. Well slept. It's very well slept, my dude.
It's about fucking time, man. Holy shit.
Now they keep going. They keep going. This, I mean, they talk about the way Charles Murray was accosted. Verdict is in. Even those of us deeply committed to battling discrimination and equality find this shutting down of speakers barbaric, unintellectual, uncivil, crude, counterproductive. It's
Agreed.
like music to my fucking ears.
Agreed. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I got a little bit of a secondhand thrill from people just being shitty to Richard Spencer because I don't like Richard Spencer. But at the same time, it was like, are you really that afraid of this pasty-ass, dick-headed looking motherfucker? Like, really? You're that afraid of him? Because, I mean, everything that he actually got a chance to say was pretty fucking stupid anyway. No rational human being is going to listen to it and be like, well, that sounds like a really good idea. Why don't we just try and find a way to ship all the darkies away? The world would be a much better place then. Not like we'll have... It's not, that'll get rid of, like, you know, the almost elderly old men that'll go up into the middle of a casino and randomly fire into a crowd of people. Yeah, I'll take care of it right away. It's totally fine. It's good. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's honestly, I mean, the article just goes on, but
Jesus.
You know what? I will say I'll end this particular portion with this because I love this line. The last line of the article reads, as always, fostering a genuine culture of inquiry often requires not just politeness, but bravery.
That's a good line.
It really is. I mean, it's, I'll give, you know what, I mean, aside from approving of his point and such, I'll give John McWhorter here additional points for, I'd say, seeming to be a decent writer.
Finger snaps for him. Very. Oh wait, those are two jazz hands. Yeah, jazz hands. Very good article. Very good article.
Very good article, John.
Yeah. all right. So I saw something really fucking tragic and awful and horrible, and I have to look at it here real quick. So egalitarian, cummies for lead singer Korn, cummies for low rent Johnny Depp, cummies for everyone. Love you guys. Love you, buddy. Rhino tipped us 40 and said, "Sorry, Jeff, get fucked." Okay.
I need more scarves if this is gonna work.
Yeah, I know. Rhino, I will do another shot after the next news article. I'm already that one shot got me buzzed. Got me fucking buzzed out of my head.
Yeah, but that last super chat we just got, someone's got your back.
Well, I still have to do at least one. Let's say Maxwell, hey Daddy, Chan, Uncle Pickle, Trapistan represent. Alex Blackfoot, I walk in on a semi-self-aware CNN. What the fuck? I know, dude. And Chris Banks says, $10 or no more shots for Gutter Dad. I like seeing your suffering, but only to a point. What are your dudes' tips for an aspiring content creator? Much love, much cummies, some homo. For an aspiring content creator, this is what you do. You make your first video. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how bad it is.
And it's gonna suck.
It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be awful.
You will hate it way more than anybody else does, but everybody else will kind of admit when they look at your later work, they'll be like, well, yeah, you were kind of rough back then, huh?
Right. But once you make your first one, that means your first one is out of the way, and your second one is going to be 10 times better than your first one. And then your third one's going to be 10 times better than that. The trick to doing YouTube is really simple. You just have to do it, and then just keep doing it. No matter how awful you are, as long as you recognize that you're awful, you'll get better. And it just takes practice. I mean, my early videos are fucking...
Now,
oh my god.
I'm going to have to actually offer my piece of advice, because it does come from Shakespeare. But truth be told, I haven't read Shakespeare in ages. Now, is the line, to thine own self be true, or to thine own self be true?
To thine own self be true.
To thine own self.
Yep.
Oh, because here's the thing. You don't necessarily want to be absolutely true to the person that you quote-unquote know that you are, because you will find your opinions and perspectives changing substantially as you go along. However, the most important thing, and I would never tell Susan Wojcicki this because I know she's not capable of it, it's genuinely just be real. With my own fucking weird, fucking small and static channel as it was, one thing I have discovered is that the more effort I put into the production of the video, right? If it didn't match what I was saying, if it didn't match like what people were listening to, because more often than not too, especially if you're somebody with a decent voice and decent cadence and you work on that and take pride in it, more often than not, your subscribers you'll find will actually be listening to you more than they watch.
Oh yeah,
I've put a lot of work into some videos.
Good audio quality is good too.
Yeah, good audio quality. Good audio quality is more important, hands down, without a doubt, than any amount of editing wizardry you can come up with.
Or expensive camera equipment or anything like that.
Yeah. The audio quality is one of the most important things. We got Jetty Lead here in the fucking chat. Now, Jetty, as you guys see him there, as he's scrolling by, you see him scrolling, you hating, you're trying to catch him scrolling dirty. That's fine. He is, I know, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But no, Jetty there is actually my audio engineer, and he's actually the guy who came through, made sure I got all my shit. Now, you don't need one of those. They help. But, like, honestly, a Yeti Blue, a good script, or a solid idea, because my videos, for instance, they're unscripted. I just talk. And if you're capable of that, just go for it. Because when you find an audience and an audience finds you, they're going to find what they like about you. And that's what they're going to focus on. And that's what you really want to foster.
Damn right. So, Sergeant Buck says, blessings to Zebro for good stream quality. Remember to take a shot tonight for Harambe because he took one for you. Hey! Breadmaster PBJ had close to 7 shots of Cruzan 151 and still standing. Jesus, dude, what the fuck? Not sure if I should be concerned or not. I think as long as you're with us, we'll take care of you, bro. Everything's going to be okay. We have more, but first we're going to move on to our next news article. And then once we're done with that one, I'm going to take a shot, and we're going to do more of this. So
of the show, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so next up we have... oh, wait, no, that's not the right one. Here we go. Former president's lead... I can't even talk. Dude, this shit has made me retarded.
I think that's what it's intended to do. I mean, like, originally somebody invented it to degrease engines.
Yeah.
And then somebody realized that it's marginally non-toxic.
Now I have to take more, too. Former presidents lead Texas concert for hurricane relief. And get all the, I'm up there, Mr. Carter, both Bushes, Clinton, and Obama. All 5 living ex-presidents appeared together for the first time since 2013 at a Texas concert for hurricane relief Saturday night. Jimmy Carter, George Bush, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama appeared together on a stage. They later made brief remarks appealing for national unity to help those affected by Hurricane Harvey, Irma, and Maria. The heart of America, without regard to race or religion or political party, is greater than our problems, said Clinton. Was this the event that we saw that speech from George Bush?
No. This is a different one. This is... While George Bush went before an audience to give a speech about national unity, these guys, like all of them, because, yeah, W's there, they got together to, like, headline basically a benefit concert. Because, you know, when you get 5 ex-presidents together, if they can't form a superhero team, then the only thing they can really do is, like, Farm Aid.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I'll say, I mean, if you want to scroll back up just to take a quick look at that picture, like, so you've got all of them standing there, even old Jimmy Carter, and then there's old GW, or HW rather, and
yeah, he's fucked up, dude.
He's looking a little rough there. Oh my God, Jeff, you can do it.
He looks as fucked up as I am.
There we go. Yeah. He looks right there. Like, the thing is like everybody else, hand over the heart. He's kind of like going down like that because he's taking so many shots of this shit. His heart is sinking in his chest.
Oh, fuck.
Pretty soon, Jeff's gonna be doing the Pledge of Allegiance like Al Bundy, just hand down the pants.
Oh,
that's a sunken heart. Oh dear.
Oh my God! Fucking kill me. I blame JT Yearsley. Oh God,
I
fucking
do too.
damn it.
But I mean, I do that normally. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Why did we pick this article anyway?
I guess that I picked it because honestly, the fucking picture.
Oh, I know.
I mean, that looks like a West Texas country club right there because they got one black guy because they have to.
Because they have to. Yep, that's right. Oh man, Herbert Walker Bush, like this, dude. Herbert Walker Bush looks all fucked up every time I see him in like any of like the latest pictures of him. Like I don't know what kind of he must be like inhaling the fucking stem cells from infants or something to keep him alive.
No. He's on the Keith Richards diet, which means fly to Thailand or Cambodia every 2 weeks and have all of your blood replaced with that of a young orphan child.
Oh yeah.
I mean, listen, yeah, I mean, Keith Richards invented that to stay alive, but all those fuckers out at Bohemian fucking Grove just adopted it because it sounded fun. 2012 Merlot, fuck that. Get me a 1998 Cambodian.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. Fuck. Oh my god, I feel so high right now from that fucking stupid ass shot. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's see. We have a lot of super chats, so we're gonna catch up again before we move on to the next one. Fuck, man, dude, I'm so... Devil King 1994. Viva la Trapistan, all hail Daddy Jeff. Oh, thank you. It's weird having you calling me Daddy, though. It's a little strange. Thomas Vieira says, Nick, weed and firearms together equal illegal public office. They're trying to advise you not to smoke weed and shoot guns at the same time, or you will not get into public office. I disagree.
Okay, I mean, I avoid doing that particular thing in that order for other reasons than not getting elected to public office. So your concern is appreciated for the future of my political career. Now, when I get to office, I will sponsor a bill requiring all new gun purchasers to fail a drug test before they can have a gun. Just because I love New Hampshire in my own special way, and I want it to remain as special as it is, but more so. So, drugs, guns, yes, you know what? It's like if, well, sir, if you want this conceal and carry permit, I'm going to advise you to go to the tavern down the street, throw back 3 shots of vodka, come back with it on your breath, and then I'll feel a little better about giving it to you. How about that?
Drugs and guns for some, Bibles and small American flags for others.
Listen, that's my New Hampshire. That's my dream. And if you're in with this dream, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry.
Oh man, I'm fucked up.
You're late. You're late for your shift at Toys R Us.
Jables Boogly says, tossing some shekels your way before the moon Jews get him. Good idea. Evelyn Lind Goldstein, Viva la Trapistan, protect Cummy Lake from normies. Jesus Christ, you guys. Thea 60 stop drinking irate bears downs, Jeff. Oh boy. Devil King 1994. How much for another shit, Jeff? Another shit or another shot? I think it means shot. $100 fucking dollars, dude. I'm not fucking around. I do not want to take another one of those. That shit sucks.
Or if you guys like, you can throw him $200 and maybe he'll shit in the bucket.
Let me think about that one. Undoomed says...
We're still, by the way, we're still splitting that super chat, so that's like $100 commission for me for you
so
shitting
I'm only getting
in a bucket.
paid no, and because it's YouTube and they take 30%, it's only $70 for me to poop in a bucket. You know,
we're gonna need at least like two. I'm gonna say 280 just so we can meet the margins. Buckets aren't cheap, bitches.
Undoomed, our lovely friend Undoomed. Much love to our lovely host. Oh, thank you, Jeff and Nick. And much love to all the beautiful viewers. Don't worry, I wouldn't even rape you. But what if I want you to? Ooh. I'm getting weird, man. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Everything's falling apart.
You know, we're gonna need to put a new format thing in where like people are only allowed to buy death shots off of Jeff here in the latter half of the show. Just so that the latter half of the show actually is a latter half of the show and not just some continual thing to wonder when Monday shows up.
And so he said, need to shake the bucket so we can hear you actually took a dump in it. Jesus Christ, come on. I'm not pooping in a bucket, you guys.
We get the best audience, I swear.
Batman's Pet Goldfish, we announced the formation of the new nation of Trapistan run by our supreme leader, Daddy Jeff. Oh, God. Malcolm from the North, glad to be able to watch live tonight, fam. What's up, Malcolm? Hashtag YouTube Saints, hashtag still laughing at NeoGaf. Oh, my God, I know.
I should have put that. Problem is, like, all right, I'll come clean with you, Jeff. I will. I kind of pulled these news articles out of the fucking air because I haven't paid attention to shit all week. And I keep seeing, like, NeoGaf. Like,
I know.
Didn't we already know that they sucked? I mean, I don't know what the new hubbub is. Maybe somebody got caught fucking a pig like they're the Prime Minister of Great Britain or something. But, I mean, if that's not the case... Let's not get into it. Let's move on.
Okay. Dax says, I will conduct dialogue with the Christians, but if the thoughts during the dialogue, I say no. Fair. Dr. Squiggle says, hail Trapistan, hail Daddy Jeff and Uncle Nick. And he sent us a picture. I'll have to look at it in a second. Smart
Wait
pig.
a second. If he's your daddy and I'm your uncle, does that mean that my advances are not as welcome as his?
I don't know.
I'm feeling a little awkward right now. I'm feeling a little. I mean, I think the only thing that'd make me feel better is more super chats, but
Jesus Christ. Smart Pig 2150. Jeff, when are you gonna get Space Hulk Deathwing? Soon. Sergeant Buck, Dragon Axe, and I need a 4th member. We are the Emperor's Blade. At Nick, you can join us too, heretic. Nerdweeb Trash says, demand you have V on to V. Also, Nick should be high/Drunek. Also, Devil King 1994 is a biatch. Okay. Manny McFlubbernuts. There's all these there's these factions in our Discord of people shooting this shit on each other, and it's pretty funny. Manny McFlubbernuts. White privilege in action right here. Bush Senior doesn't stand for a national theme song, and nobody says shit. Look at this lazy, you white supremacist piece of shit. Stand for your country.
I just love that our national theme song.
Wait,
wrong one.
Oh God. Okay, well, let's briefly talk about our last news segment. And we'll do it fast, and we'll also talk about NeoGAF really super fast. But then we got to get our guest on.
You're gonna be filling me in on that one, so go ahead.
Spanish Prime Minister takes unprecedented step to dissolve Catalan government. So we've been following the whole deal with Catalan and the people of Spain. Catalonia, the area around Barcelona in Spain, trying to get independence. The Spanish Prime Minister is basically being an immense cock about it, and so far no resolution yet in the situation. Hopefully it doesn't break out into more violence, but it might, and we're hoping for the best. But we're keeping an eye on it. I don't know why. Neither of us are Spanish, but this seems like a really important one.
No,
and I want to pay attention to it.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of people who are sort of politically inclined, right? And as Americans too. Let's be honest. As an American, when you hear about a bunch of people, sort of sovereign people, or autonomous people who are fighting for independence, at least for my part, when I hear about autonomous people fighting for independence, my instinct is to be fuck yeah. I support, I support Kurdistan. If the Catalans don't feel that Spain is doing them well, I think they ought to have the right to, they're going to be a little bubble country, Oh, well, they'll have a port, but yeah, this is, I am not 100%. I'm about 50% on board with Catalan independence because I don't know much about it.
I think it could have been easily remedied if the Spanish government would have stopped trying to overly tax them arbitrarily more than the rest of the country. That's pretty fucked up. But it is what it is.
It's a wealthy region, and that's why Spain is so fucking bitchy about it.
So also the whole thing with NeoGAF, website NeoGAF, it's a gaming website, is on fire because the owner of it, and it's a wildly popular, or was wildly popular gaming website, is burning down because, much like is the trend today, I guess it's trendy to call out your sexual abuser. It would have been nice if we just did that anyway, but now it's a fad. So it turns out that the owner is actually a scummy, predatory piece of shit, which is great because he was the guy that was basically calling anybody who supported Gamergate a evil, misogynist, rape apologist piece of shit, and got him. So fuck NeoGAF.
Ooh.
Hope they burn in
I know
hell.
it's almost like, yeah, it really is a male feminist. When a male feminist is struck down by an accusation of impropriety, all the other beta orbiters just sort of absorb his power like the Highlander.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Stolen joke.
There's one more thing we got to do, and actually I got a screen share with you so you can see this. Here, let me set this up. The screens, bam. And here we go. Okay, so last week we were just talking, and somebody came up with the idea of hashtag Steve Harvey Weinstein. And I was like, if you make the best Steve Harvey Weinstein meme, I will pay you $20. Well, I got 3 submissions. That was it, which kind of sucks. But this is the winner. This is the winner right here. There we go. is sexual assault on the board. So, to Twitter user at AlexMCGH4, I'm going to DM you here in just a second from the Saints, and I owe you $20, buddy. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, let's get Nate. Let's get Nate in here.
Get Nate in here.
Yeah.
Get him up in this bitch here.
Yeah, add him. Get Nate in here. Oh yeah.
Leave the nuts out, you know.
Oh yeah.
I've been just watching too much Hodge Twins.
What's that?
We gotta get Hodge Twins on here sometime.
Who's Hodge Twins? Who's Hodge Twins? Are you gonna add him or what?
Oh shit! I'm the one who has to do that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I just usually I'm not the producer. I'm the fucking writer and executive producer.
Well, I don't know what's going on.
I didn't know I was supposed to do anything. Now we're here.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Nate Talks to You to the YouTube Saints. How's it going, Nate?
I'm doing pretty good, except I looked at my house and I have no alcohol in here. All I have is coffee, so that's disappointing.
I'm drunk enough for the both of us, man. It's all good.
Yeah, that's all right.
Awesome.
Barb. Yeah, when we had Barbara for you to see on here, she was drinking water, which I mean, it's a little awkward, but all the same.
You can both still amuse me. I'll watch you two get drunk.
Oh boy. Oh my god. Well, hopefully
I'm pretty sure. I think Jeff is mostly already there.
You know, when you have the, oh my god, my fucking talker is broken. When you drink something this fucking high octane and it starts to kick in, you don't really feel drunk, you feel disabled. You feel like somebody just packed your brain, like the sides of your skull, with bumpers. You know? So you try and think and it just kind of like, all the momentum goes out of it.
Have you ever been down to like a harbor or a pier and you see along the docks there's those half-cut tires for the boats to bump into? Those are lining the inside of Jeff's skull right now as each idea attempts to escape and fails.
It's a scar tissue from massive amounts of alcohol abuse. So Nate, so you run a very successful YouTube channel. You do some awesome debunking, some great stuff with, especially I was just watching today a bunch of your videos on Islam. How did you get started, and when did you get started with your YouTube channel?
Well, I began with YouTube in general probably back, in 2009. I had another channel called Crazy Nathan Today 22, which is a horrible name for a channel, but my friend made it for me. I did that for a while. I just experimented with a bunch of different things like music videos, but I realized that, I don't know, I lost interest in it, so then I got more into the whole ranting, just like, give my opinion kind of genre. So I've been doing that for a while, and I was inspired by people like, do you know Giant Riella on Twitter?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I remember I was inspired by people like her to kind of, take up the whole ranting thing. So I've been doing that for a couple of years now, and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. People people really respond well to abrasiveness that at least has like kind of a. I swear to God, Nick, I'm gonna get you one of those like super quiet keyboards.
My computer. I like my keyboard. I like my keyboard. The clickety clack clack clack.
What the fuck?
You said people respond to abrasiveness well?
Yeah, no, people respond really well to abrasiveness, especially when it has like a sincere message behind it. I found, when it's obvious that you're ranting about something that you feel is really important. It's a good societal message behind it, and you can just kind of cut loose. People get that like vicarious thrill out of it because that's the kind of thing they want to do.
Yeah.
I find that that was actually kind of something that happened with me too. Is I specifically was only ranting in one direction, which was against anti-GMO people. And when I like opened it up to a more broader scale of like the world's fuckery is when the audience like really responded to me. So yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild shit.
I don't know. I've been debating on different formats for how to present myself in videos. I mean, yeah, I have made videos where I am pretty angry, but I just have a fear that if I act like, too hyped up or anything, people won't take you seriously. So I try to present myself more professional at times.
Okay, that's fair.
Kind of a Philip DeFranco kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't talk about random news stories. I try to talk about more specific topics, not just a whole bunch of news articles. But
yeah, I actually feel you on that one though too. Just because I mean I've been actually working. I'm going to be sort of reformatting my channel a bit to the point where I'm like, because when it comes to politics, right? If you get to the point where you've built a politics channel, that's kind of all you can talk about.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, and then you find
people lose interest in if you talk about other stuff. Then
yeah, no, not even that. It's more. It's like a set expectation. Like when you talk about other things, people, if you do it well, I've noticed people are like, whoa, what the fuck is this? I like it. Hey, when did you start doing this? Why weren't you doing this before? If you don't do it well, they're like, fuck you, stick to your own shit. And but it was funny because like so Jeff was against anti-vaxxers and bad science for such a long time. I mean, I kind of came into the thing like anti-social justice. And, I mean, in part, I hate that they exist, but for the sake of my own channel and my own work, like when the alt-right started coming up, I was like, oh, thank God. Oh, fuck, I never thought I'd get to criticize a right-winger again. Thank God.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That was a very refreshing feeling. Oh my God.
Wasn't it just? It's like, oh my God, it's the same kind of stupid except in a different color.
Everything old is new again. Oh my God.
I do want to start making more videos debunking people like Alex Jones, because I remember there was a point in time back in like 2009 when I was a fan of people like him. But now I just can't stand his shit. By the way, this might interest you. Did you know that recently it was discovered that there may actually be lead in some of his supplements?
Really?
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, a California-based biotech firm, I think it was. It was biotech or chemistry firm. They started testing his supplements and they found like questionable levels of lead in them.
Yeah. I think it was in like some caveman formula and then this other one. So
this pill here, these pills will keep you watching the Alex Jones show all goddamn day while they rot away your frontal cortex. Holy shit. Yeah, you gotta eat these pills now, otherwise the globalists will get in your head and make you realize I'm just spinning a bunch of bullshit to you.
Wow.
We're breaking the conditioning. Meanwhile, Paul Joseph Watson's like, I stopped taking those pills about 2 years ago.
Yeah. Alex Jones InfoWars supplements are loaded with lead, which explains a lot. Wow.
My dick still works. Alex, how are you doing? Well, my dick would be working if it wasn't for that goddamn Obama.
Well, I know that lead is known to cause irritability, so that could explain Alex's madness and his rage in his videos if he's consuming large amounts of lead in his supplements.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's lead is a god awful substance to have in your bloodstream. Lead poisoning is some serious shit, and it takes a long time to get over it, or you might never get over it because it is fucked up. Heavy metals, man.
Yeah, and it's the sad reality though too. And you know, we've come to this point on this show a number of times, Nate, and I'm sure you'll probably agree. It is a pretty sad state of things when like the mainstream media is so bad and hard to trust that people actually go to places like Alex Jones and Paul Joseph Watson. Like, he'll tell me the truth. He doesn't have an agenda at all. Oh, pills. Oh, I love pills.
Well, you know what's so fucked up? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, it is kind of scary. I remember there was a point in time when I was watching him, he was kind of his own little niche group on the internet. But ever since Gamergate and so forth, it just seems like he's blown up as a content creator and stuff. And now all these mainstream media sources are making him more popular. So it just concerns me that people are now taking him seriously. And we have Trump promoting him.
It's my culture war, my dude. That's really what we got. We got a culture war on here.
You're with us or you're against us.
Exactly. You got to take some sides. Now, here's the thing: if you don't want to go admitting to yourself, and God help you if you do, that there are people out there with other planets living in their heads, and that they're actually wolves and blades of grass. Depending on the day, it's just their identity. Don't judge them. But if you want to oppose that, you're just gonna have to accept that Obama turned all the goddamn frogs gay.
Mm-hmm. Are you experiencing a dramatic lack of high blood pressure, joint pain, difficulty with memory, or headaches? Make sure you check out these Caveman True Paleo pills, loaded with all the lead you need to get a dysfunctional brain system. What the fuck?
You
What
breaking
bugs
off
me
these
too is
pills.
that
You breaking
people...
off these pills hoping you could pull enough lead out to make a stone hat, like to make a fuck. You can pull enough. Ah, god damn it! I killed it there. Yeah, you can pull enough lead out to make a goddamn hatchet and build yourself a house, and that's how you protect yourself from the goddamn globalists. Order more pills.
Now, do you think that Alex actually believes half the shit he says, or do you think that he knows he's full of shit?
I think he knows he's completely full of shit.
Yeah. No, I mean...
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, I've been... I mean, I actually... It was funny. I never thought in a million years I'd feel sympathy and empathy for Alex Jones, you know? But when he was going through his fucking custody fight with his ex-wife, and he actually had to go in, and his lawyer had to say to the court, like, this is performance art. It's an act to make money.
You feel bad for him for that?
Oh, I feel bad for any man who is having someone try and tear his children away.
Yeah.
I didn't feel bad for him having to admit that, but I'm like, you know what? I mean, if this guy's just been making a fortune being a crazy fucker, unless he's like abusing his kids, no, he deserves fucking equal access to them because that's what's good for kids.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'll be called a dick for this, but yeah, I don't think that Alex is going to be a good... I don't think he's abusive, but I think that he's essentially a conspiracy version of a televangelist. He's a very bad influence on people. He's probably going to groom those children to just be doing the same shit he's doing, promoting these supplements and spreading false information.
He already did. What's his name? What's his son's name?
Yeah. I can't even remember.
Fuck.
No, but I mean,
I'm gonna look it up.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, though, the question I come to is, if you're not abusing or actually harming your children, should the state have the right to tell you don't get to actually have contact access or rights to them? I mean, I'm of the opinion, I think parents, unfortunately, should have the right to be fucking retarded. Like, you know, unless you're hurting the kid, as long as you get him to school, you keep him fed, and you don't fucking diddle him into shit, well, that's your kid. I mean, who am I to tell you how to fucking raise them? Because I swear to God, I got about 3.5 solid knuckles for anybody who wants to tell me. And so I can't help but think I empathize with him because he was fighting over custody, and he lost it, and that's a shitty thing to go through. But also the very fact that he and his legal staff went as far as saying this is it's performance art. And it is. Let's be honest.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's I mean if he's training his kids in the business too, he's like, okay, here's how you put on a good show that people give you money for.
Rex Jones, that's what it is. Rex Jones. Here.
That's the lawyer's name?
No. Okay,
that's his son's name. This is his son's name.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Nate, you were right. I actually retract everything I said because if you name your son Rex Jones, that is abuse unto itself. It's like, you ain't got any choices, boy. You're going to be a radio show host or a used car salesman.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
That's true. Man, that's fucking rough. That's crazy ass shit, dude. Yeah, no, I can't believe that. I mean, I'm not really that shocked that eventually something was going to come out that the supplement aspect to InfoWars is going to be sketchy.
Badly made.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did a whole video on their supplements and how
I watched that
video
from you a while ago. How essentially there's very overpriced supplements that you can just get from your local grocery store or whatever for like 10 times cheaper.
Oh yeah, oh dude, easily, and you can never really know because of the legislation around how it works with supplements. You can never really know exactly how much of which is in it a lot of times because I hide it behind like proprietary blend. But I can't really say I'm shocked because the guy behind their supplement store is also the doctor that's like their pet little monkey doctor.
Yeah, the little witch doctor they have who I'm not sure. I know nobody likes him, but what is the name of that one British guy with Mr. Current Year?
Oh God. Oh fuck.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
The late night host on HBO, John Oliver.
Yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I know nobody likes him, but he did a very good piece on Alex and his supplements and everything, and he was exposing how their doctor doesn't actually really have any degrees to be practicing medicine or anything.
That's right. That is absolutely correct. Yeah, Dr. Edward Grove. It's the same. It's why you keep having all these people who are claiming to be doctors, but they have like certificates in doctor of chiropractic medicine and shit. Yeah.
Certificates.
So certificate. You get a certificate. You can go and spend $300 and a 2-week telecourse over the internet and become like a doctor of something. It's so easy. I thought about doing that so then I could be Doc Holliday. That'd be pretty cool.
I also like how he walks around on the show, like wearing the big freaking lab coat. It's like,
oh, I know.
I'm a scientist.
Hey, everybody! Oh God! Jesus Christ! I hate that dude so much. It's just the thing is too. Like a scam is a scam. I always call out scams. I love tearing scams apart. It's like it's my oxygen. It's what I love more than anything else in the world. But I have at least a little bit of respect when you can do it well. When you can do it well, and it actually takes a minute for people to be like, hey. But some of these guys, especially like Dr. Edward Group, it's just so fucking obvious.
You hate giving them that title too, don't you?
I do. Dr. Edward Group. Doctor. Yeah. Dude, fuck that guy. Fuck him. Piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, here's there's a parallel here, though, right? I've gotten to an age where, like, our sources of information have become so untrustworthy that people, quite unfortunately, trust even more untrustworthy sources of information. And so it comes down to medicine. It's like, I can't afford insurance. Oh, Alex has got my shit. Oh, supplements. Yeah, I need, you know what I need? I need more caveman protein in my diet. It's like, what does that mean? What does that even mean?
And what also concerns me are the people who say that, I'm not a big fan of Alex, but Paul Joseph Watson, that guy is cool. This is the same guy who says that depression isn't real.
Yeah, fuck Paul Joseph Watson. We are not a fan of Paul at all.
I must just be some apparition here. It's like, depression isn't real. Like, oh my God, I'm suddenly fading like I'm in a Back to the Future movie.
So,
yeah, it's.
Some people in the chat are like, if you don't like scams, why do you support drunken peasants then, Jeff? Look, man, I gotta put it this. I'll put it this way. This is my official statement when it comes to scams and DP. If you give somebody on the internet, especially through Patreon, your support, and then they don't fulfill that obligation, that's a risk that you have to take. And then I suggest, if they don't give you what you were supposed to get, don't give them any more money. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. I'm just saying. Like, nobody's holding the gun to your head. Hopefully nobody's lying to you, but if they are...
There's a very good reason that Jeff and I haven't launched a Patreon for YouTube Saints. And it's because, like, we're here to entertain you. We're here to give you a show. You will pay us what you think our show is worth.
And I could not, honestly, with my time schedule, with all my Patreon obligations from my main channel, I don't have the time to do any more Patreon obligations for a show. So, like, that wouldn't be fair for me to, like, promise something to anybody else like that. That's why we just won't do Patreon for this show. Like, tips are great. If we're doing a good job, tip us out. If you want me to punish myself, tip me out. But other than that,
I would do a live show myself, but unfortunately I got flagged recently.
Oh, what'd you get flagged for?
I made a video about, you ever heard of crisis actors before?
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, I made a video. That was my first bullshit busted video showing how these like different girls weren't actually the same person. That got taken down by YouTube like a month or two ago.
Wow.
So now until like November, I think 18th or something,
yeah,
I cannot do live streaming, which is a bitch.
I just recently got off my first strike. I had to spend the 3 months without being able to live stream. It sucked, man. It hurt.
What was that for?
I was a big old meanie head. A year before I got the strike.
Bully.
Yeah, I was a big bully. A year before I got a strike, I made a video. It was a live stream with Blair White. It was about Riley Dennis, and we were very mean to Riley. Extremely.
Did you call her a tranny or something?
A trans trender and all sorts of things. Like we were vicious. just sat. Blair was the worst out of all of us, but because it was on my channel.
Surprise! Imagine my shock.
Because it was on my channel, like, I bear the responsibility for it. But it was up there for like a year, and then randomly I got a message, an email of somebody saying I should take it down and apologize or suffer the consequences. I was like, fuck you! What the fuck? Kiss my ass! Next day, the whole thing's flagged. Take it down.
Yeah, that was a rough period. I don't get flags or hits or anything like that because
to be fair,
to my channel.
To be fair, that stream was really mean, and I probably should have taken it down. But they asked in the wrong way. They were just like, "Moral indignation says that you should take it down," and that just makes me want to tell somebody to go fuck themselves. But objectively speaking, I probably should have taken it down. It's pretty mean.
Well, you went there, you went there and you went all the way there. And that's what matters, because there's one thing we know, you can't go half-assing your way through life. Otherwise, you end up with 25.5 thousand subscribers, and that's it.
I just realized.
So was it Riley who threatened to flag it, or somebody else?
It was somebody totally different. Just a random incensed, pissed off individual, I think.
I don't get it. Isn't even their business then. I mean, if Riley has an issue with it, then she can flag it herself.
Yeah, I mean, if Riley, god damn, my fucking voice is torn up from those shots fucked my throat, dude.
You know what? Let me comment on this,
please.
While your throat heals, something I've learned recently myself is that, unfortunately, and actually, I watched Sargon learn it too. Yeah, content creators don't have control over their audiences, and and sometimes, a lot of times, especially if an audience is really dedicated, they will go and do things that are just not good. They'll just go and do bad shit. They'll flag fucking channels. They'll harass people. They'll be cruel. They'll just and you can't blame the audience in general, because I mean, in any population of people, you're gonna have shitbags who just
Well, do you think it's a good habit to, like, let's say you make a video response to somebody, and naturally people are gonna go to their channel and they're gonna spam them hate messages? Do you think it's a good habit to tell your fans, like, don't do that? Do you think that'll help counteract that from happening?
I think it might counteract some, but it's not going to counteract all of them.
No,
they really won't.
No, there's always people. There's always somebody who thinks they're going to be a hero by going out and being a cunt in public.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, as long as you could do it in a way that's just very organic and natural, like, so hey, this is me. I'm making this response video to this person. Look, guys, don't go bully them. Like, seriously, that's my fucking job. Okay, so let's get on with the video. That's a good way to do it.
That is a good way to do it, because they will always kind of come back around to, and they're like, yeah, and you do a better job than I could.
Yeah. Unless it's one of those, like, 4chan pull-tards who's like, fuck you, dude, you were too soft on him. I'm gonna go tell him to get raped by a pack of Muslims or some shit. That's what they always fucking send me all the time. They're like, oh, you should respect the alt-right, or you're gonna get raped by a pack of Muslims. Like, you guys are really the thing that's gotta keep that from happening? Fascinating.
Thank you, Peter Craig.
Anyway, let's check.
What happened?
Oh, Super Chats. Let's catch up on Super Chats real quick, see if there's any questions we can address.
Okay.
Jesus, fuck, my throat. Ben Mills says, Shadowlay, any teasers for each of your next videos? For me, eventually, I might have to wait until November, but I am going to be slowly but surely breaking apart Vaxxed. That is a big, that's a big project.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone do, like, a full response to that until I guess now.
I'm going to. I mean, I did one to the movie Bot, but that took me like 1.5 years to get all 6 episodes done, because it was painful to watch that movie so many times.
What's it called? Bot?
Bot the movie. The fucking abominable piece of shit documentary.
What is that about?
Oh my god. Vaccines, GMOs, massive global conspiracy, how they're all connected, and it's disgusting, because they prey. You see real families that were affected by real tragedies, and they prey on these people to try and push their conspiracy theory narrative, and it's really fucking scummy. Super scummy.
I know there's one documentary out there about how AIDS apparently aren't real, And this one mother, she breastfed her children, even though she had AIDS, and I think all her kids died. And then she died later, too.
Yep. I think that was, oh shit. Was that... I want to say it was House of Numbers. Might have been House of Numbers.
I know Miles Power did a response to that. He does a lot of good debunking.
Yes. Miles is the shit. That's my homie. And it was House of Numbers. Yeah. A fucking garbage documentary. Thomas Vieira, it's a dumb law, but possessing both is illegal. Which one is that one? Which law were we talking about? I can't remember. I'm sorry, buddy. The Spectacular Wanderer, the people of Kekistan recognize Trapistan. Oh boy, here we go. Jeremy Freeman, Nick, be my dirty uncle. Daddy Jeff can watch too. Oh boy. We're supposed to have some hard-hitting intellectual commentary with our guest here, guys, and now it's all cummies and daddies. Like, what the fuck?
Now I'm new to this. What is Trapistan? I've heard of Kekistan, but never Trapistan.
I think a bunch of our viewers in the YouTube Saints Discord.
There was a secession movement, and it was very contentious. It was the sort of thing that, like, Spain would never put up with. But Kekistan is a very tolerant nation now.
Fucking goddamn it!
So are traps like these kind of traps, or?
Well, no. Trap. Listen, here's the thing. Like, ethnic Kekistanis are an ethnic minority in most populations because of the diaspora. However, within Kekistan proper, there are ethnic Trapistanis who find themselves feeling very feminine with a dick. It just happens. You can't tell them otherwise. And as such, I mean, enough of them got together and decided they wanted autonomy, and Spain's like, you can't do that. And then Kekistan reminded Spain, like, we're on the Black Sea, you're far away. Okay, oh, well, sorry. I got a little distracted there. I was trying to quash uprisings. I just got overwhelmed there. But yeah, no, a whole bunch of traps got together, and they wanted to form a nation ultimately just so that they could have a whole society dedicated to debating the question as to whether or not they were gay. So that's how it happened.
I think it's interesting how in the skeptic community we have people like Blair White here. I think that because of people like her, traps are getting more accepted, where before I think a lot more people in this community would have been against it.
I would agree. I think it raised more of the it raised more of the understanding that they were, you know, out there and like, hey, that could be pretty fucking hot. I mean, for those who are long-standing denizens of the internet, who've known who Bailey J was, you've already known that traps can be hot for a fucking while. But Blair brought it into like the mainstream, and people see it and they can be like, well, I would actually still put my penis in that. Okay, I get it.
Would you know? Would you? How often and frequently and such? Where would you go with that, my friend? I'm curious.
Bailey J's still the queen trap, though. Oh my god. Anyway, egalitarian, how much for a hand job on the Pornhub Saints from low rent Johnny Depp?
Is this like a virtual hand job, like one of those virtual hugs? Because I'm thinking like 150 in Streamlabs would give you a virtual hand job.
Yeah. That's fine.
Listen, I work in media now, technically. I am, by default, a whore.
That's true.
I got rent payments, motherfucker. Come on.
What the fuck is going on with all these fucking weird ass fucking super chats? Let's say Maxwell, Uncle Pickle, you were looking dapper tonight. Don't be jealous of Daddy Chan. Trapistan forever. Jesus Christ. This is getting so meta.
Listen, I can't wear a hat. He can't spot a hairline. Keep going, Jeff.
Oh shit! Hey now. Don't be talking mad shit about my hairline.
It's all about the money. It's all about the money, my ninja. Come on.
Devil King 1994. Jeff, please let Queer know he's really adorable and Mace is a little bitch. Eastside Discord for life. See, it's more of the Discord people. They're fucking with the show now. Olenska, I clickety clack on my keyboard too, just like I'm dropping nuke codes. Game misconduct. Based on Nick's keyboard clickety clacking, I believe he typed pinkies up for the moon juice, praise the format, and Chatelet. That's exactly what he typed. Will Francisco just finished the WWE pay-per-view and now the Saints. Chatelet, my dude, it's been a few weeks since I have felt well enough to stay up and watch. Which WWE pay-per-view was on tonight? I can't remember which one. I'll watch. Nate, are you a wrestling guy?
I was for a while. I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch a bit of it on television. Then I got back into it again around 06, 07.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not really big on it. I think the acting is really cheesy.
Oh, it is. When you were a kid, who was your favorite wrestler, though?
I don't know. I like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I liked Sting.
Oh, yeah, old. Wait,
yeah.
Did you like the blonde hair crew cut Sting or the I am the Crow Sting?
The Crow Sting.
Yeah, yeah, with the baseball bat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude. Yeah, that was fun shit.
I'll say for my part, not a big wrestling fan. Haven't been since I was 5. But I got a chance to actually meet and hang out with David Batista one time.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, it was the best fucking So this was back when I was a beer columnist. Heineken paid to have me sent out to Vegas to attend the U.S. premiere screening of Spectre, actually, because he was in that.
Yeah.
Well, as part of this, I'm one of these lifestyle booze columnist types, and they say to me, they say to us, we got a whole big adventure for you planned, and the day started out with breakfast in the Mojave during sunrise. So we're sitting in the desert at these really beautiful tables with fine silverware and all that. And we get a proper English breakfast in the middle of the fucking desert after being dune buggied out. Great fun. Then after that, we get on buses and they're like, we're bringing you to the Hoover Dam. I'm like, oh, great. I get to see the Hoover Dam. Something I never really fucking thought about. Cool. And it was impressive. But then when we get to the Arizona side of the Hoover Dam, there's this big old parking lot, and Heineken cordoned it off and put this giant, round stage that looked like a Heineken bottle cap, right? All these little numbers on it. Everyone was assigned a number. You had to go stand on your number. And then a satellite took our picture. And that was cool. It was a selfie from space. Cool.
Okay.
After that, and this is the great thing. I mean, if anybody listening right now, right, is if anybody listening right now is a writer and you're interested in some kind of venue to go into writing, go into fucking lifestyle travel and booze writing, because the adventures they'll send you on are amazing. But after this, so we all get off this stage thing and we're all milling around, and then they have this big sort of dinner theater style thing where 2 Mercedes SUVs pull up and Asians jump out, and there's a little action sequence, and then David Batista just strolls out. And we all get a chance to sit in a press pool and ask him questions. But after the fact, the funny thing, and the only reason I bring this up, because Nate, you said the acting these days is kind of bad.
Well, I know Batista's one of the few people that's actually gotten out of wrestling and is now in real movies.
Well, that was the funny thing, is because during the press pool interview, Batista had gone ahead and said, one of his wrestling fans asked, how did your wrestling affect your acting? And he said, oh, I hope you're not a big fan, because it hindered it. I had to unlearn a lot of shit. Yeah, and part of it's when you're wrestling and you're going to go into a fight, maybe you got your hands up you're actually going to fight, right? He goes into the Bond film and he's squaring off against Daniel Craig, and he told this story. He's so we're on the train, right? It's the train scene. First fight scene we did. And they're telling me, all right, everybody get ready. And I go up like this, I'm going to be fighting. And they say, hold on, stop. David, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm good. This is ready. And they're like, why are your hands there? He's like, because this is where they go. I'm like, yeah, but we can't see your fucking face. There you go. Yeah, and afterwards, the two of us, I rolled up on him afterwards and just I was like, hey man, we geeked out for 10, 20 minutes about acting method and shit. That guy is way more dedicated to acting now than he ever was to wrestling.
That's cool. Hey, good for him for moving out of it,
Meisner and Stella Adler. Yeah, you're really going for it, bud. Good for you.
Yeah,
I look forward to the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
For sure. I mean,
and then of course also The Rock broke out of wrestling, and now he's very popular too.
He's single-handedly known as the guy who can save a genre, because when a genre is dying, they're like, let's just bring in The Rock. It's suddenly good again. That's what they do.
But have you ever seen Stone Cold Steve Austin or Kane's movies?
I've seen one of Stone Cold's, but I have not seen any of Kane's. No. No.
Yeah, I know that Kane did at least 2 really corny horror movies. It's just like him, he's like the big dark guy in a hotel chasing people down. But it's nothing special. And then I know Steve Austin did that one. I think it's called The Condemned. He made that, like, I think in 2008.
Yep, that's the one that I watched. That's the one that it was awful, too. Did you know that Kane's running for mayor of Knox County?
Where's Knox County at?
I don't know. It's just... but I know he's running for mayor somewhere in Knox County. Somewhere.
I guess good luck to him.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Well, that being this case, I mean, we got more.
Yeah, Undoomed says lead in your pencil is not supposed to be literal. From the supplements. Wendy Thomas says DP me, Jeff. Hey, anytime, baby. Erudite Fuzz, if Alex plays his cards right, he could lead his son to rekindle the 80s action film genre. Just imagine Rex Jones in amphibious warfare. That's pretty good. Actually, I like that. Peter Craig says, Nick, your description of depression in your Paul Joseph Watson is the best I ever heard and eerily precise. Describes my own experience. Thank you.
I'm honestly happy that video landed as well as it did. And there will be more of those videos to come. And not to sidetrack too much, and I'll just say this real quick. We discussed earlier about formatting of channels and what we put out. And I'm going to be putting an update video on my own channel soon. You guys will be seeing a slight change of focus. It's not going to be hyper-focused on politics now because, honestly, there's so much more shit to talk about.
Do more poetry.
Hey.
Oh, you're a fan!
I went to your channel today and I saw, a couple of your poetry videos on there. Do more of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I fucking hope to, but the problem is that, they're not writing it fast enough.
Spectacular Wanderer, I love it when Nick takes it one step farther, so do I. Egalitarian, I'm talking an in-person on-camera handy. I'll find the set via 4chan. Oh, he's gonna come so he can stroke his dick for Pornhub Saints. There you go.
That's gonna cost a lot more.
That's true. Jables Boogly, what happened to the Discord this past week? I should have paid attention. I don't know. Just, they just
doesn't matter. JT Yearsley made it in again.
They just do weird shit, man. We can't control it. One more, we're gonna switch to Streamlabs real quick. Brockus, YouTube Saints equal New Age Outlaws, one of my favorite teams. Ooh, New Age Outlaws. Okay. Over on Streamlabs, we've got.
Also said, "Don't you start the DP joke, Jeff?" And then
I'll get to those. I'll get to those later.
Okay, I just thought I'd help you get to it.
I know this. I got the whole fucking list in front of me and shit. It's crazy. Frankly, my dear says Bush showed up to help with a hurricane. Be still, my beating heart. I know, dude. And George Bush doesn't care about black people. Fuck. Dak says, you're laughing about NeoGAF now. Just wait until the NeoGAF migrant crisis of 2017 starts in earnest. Refugees from GAF are going to flood into other sites. It's already started. There's already, there's gaming websites out there that are posting on their forums, if you're coming from NeoGAF, we don't want you.
But at the same time, as I've seen, it seems as though Escapist might be very open to it, because apparently gamers are still dead or something.
I guess. I don't know. Dr. Squigum says, Nicky, you support the independence of Catalonia, but what about the sovereignty of Trapistan? Also, fuck me, daddy. Dr. Squigums also says, queer is adorkable. When he reads this, he will have that Mo Pouty face from all the love. This is more Discord shit. All the homo. Also, we need V to find another Romanian that speak English to have a competition on who can complain about the twatter more. Jesus Christ. Okay. Mace Dindu. Mace Dindu. That's a good name. Mace Dindu.
That really is.
That's a really good name. Devil King 1994 is a simpleton who can't into Streamlabs and has to use SuperChat like some kind of lower primate. This escalation ends with someone hiring Nick to do a diss track on some random Discord users. What the fuck is wrong with you people? What are you doing?
I need to get an invite to your Discord. I don't have it on here.
Yeah, it's insane. Breadmaster PBJ, Trapistan and Kekistan are trade partners. Trapistan exports traps and Kekistan exports memes. It's true. It's true. God fucking damn it, you people are fucking killing me. I'm gonna need to I gotta get the permanent link to the Discord added to our description. This is insane. There's like a fuck ton of people all shooting this shit and babbling at each other while we're live. Like, what are you people doing? I'm looking at you right now. What are you fucking doing? God damn it. It's so weird. Why are we popular, Nick? It's very strange. I'm uncomfortable.
I feel like Beaker right now. I'm just I don't know. I mean, like we attract a very specific audience.
If Beaker
a lot of sexual harassment happening here.
They've got a very specific sense of humor.
There we go. Join our Discord. There we go.
Yeah.
We can get more unsuspecting people to be falling into the trap of this fucking crazy scumfuck pit of, you know. They were like, hey, can we have a not safe for work channel? And I was like, yeah, sure, okay. So I made it for him, and within minutes it was just full of nothing but fucking trap porn. Just,
oh my.
Most of it like anime, but some real life trap porn. Just fucking titties and dicks everywhere. It was ridiculous. It was insane.
That's some people's idea of heaven, Jeff.
I mean, I feel it. I feel it. I have felt it. I've been around.
Yeah.
I've done some weird shit. Anyway, we have a format. So let's get moving on to our undersubbed of the week. So you get to pick this one, Nate. Why don't you introduce to us who our undersubbed of the week is? Oh, do you have the MyCircle link?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, Nick, will you send that to him through the Skype chat?
That was my again. I'm tasked with producer duties. Nate, just look in the chat here in Skype. You'll find it. Go ahead and open up that link. You should be good to go.
MyCircle.tv. What is this for again? I couldn't hear like the past 10 seconds because I went to the Discord chat and I just got spam fucked with a whole bunch of people laughing together.
All right,
so this is a Nightmare Fuel video. Which video is this called?
Well, this one is which one did I go with for this one?
White Trash has question for atheists.
Oh yeah, I remember I watched this a few days ago. This is a good video.
So why is it that you wanted to pick Nightmare Fuel for the undersubbed of the week today?
Well, spoiler alert, I am an atheist. In fact, I may consider myself an anti-theist. And from what I've seen, Nightmare Fuel is one of the few people in this community who's really willing to just be as blunt as possible about religion. It seems like most of the other people will just kind of give it a free pass and say, you know, we need Christianity to preserve Western civilization. It's like, no, we don't. No, we don't. Christianity.
Yeah, somebody read The Man Who Folded Himself too many times.
Yeah.
The Man Who Folded Himself? I'm not familiar.
Very, very obscure 70s sci-fi reference. The context is that the man, it's a guy with a time belt. He can jump through time, affect it however he wants, and change it and edit it however he wants. And he convinced Jesus to just wander back out into the desert just to see what would happen. And,
yeah.
And he went forward and he's like, yeah, I really didn't understand the language and the culture didn't make much sense. So I went and changed that back.
Well, sweet.
But yeah. Anyway, overall, I just think that Nightmare Fuel is very good at making thorough, intelligent responses to people.
Sweet, cool, absolutely. Yeah, let's check out some Nightmare Fuel, guys.
Well, hello there, atheists.
Hey, girlfriend.
You know, there's something that has always fascinated me with atheists. Atheists are always badgering Christians with demands of proof and evidence. You know that God exists.
I think we're missing a key step here. The first step is that you make a claim about the universe. You put yourself out there as a Christian, as a representative of Jesus Christ and the Holy Father in the sky. So we say, you know, that's interesting. That's an interesting life choice. Do you have any proof that's even real, though? Because I bet you would feel real stupid if you dedicated your life to something that is not true. And that, indeed, you were wasting your time and limiting your potential happiness in this one lifetime on Earth. We're actually doing you a favor, moron.
But when you listen to atheists describe the character of God, you know, they really don't have anything good to say about God.
Is that really on us? Maybe pick a nicer God to worship?
There's that whole like pillar assault thing, you know, and fucking what was it? Abraham and Isaac? Is it which one? Is Abraham and Isaac? He was supposed to go and kill his son Isaac or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, God and Abraham, you mean, right?
Yeah. He needed to go and kill his son. Or there was what was the? We were just talking about it the other week, Nick. The one that always comes into mind. The one where God and the devil made a bet that they could he could torture this dude and he would still love him. Job.
Yeah, Job. And I know that Dark Matter has made a video about that, just showing how fucked up and ridiculous the entire scenario is. Just torture this guy, and it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't God know everything? Isn't he omnipotent? So why test somebody if you know what the result will be?
That's true. That's a very good point. Very good point.
And then we also have God killing all the firstborn of Egypt, even though they didn't do anything. Flooding the entire earth because everyone's evil, apparently.
For giggles, you know. Whatever.
There's a God prank, somewhere I could probably say something positive about. But yours? I don't think so. Try again.
You know, he's anything but benevolent. He's a monster. He's malevolent. I mean, you know, there's nothing good to say.
That seems to check out.
So, even if atheists came to the knowledge that God exists, but they wouldn't worship God, what then does it matter whether or not God exists?
You know, I think a lot of atheists would bite the bullet. If they knew for sure that this was true, yeah, they'd probably repent at some point, not want to face an eternity of suffering. It would be really reluctant repentance, granted. I'm one of the most vocal anti-theists you're going to find on this platform, and even I would probably bite that bullet at the end of the day.
You think?
How about you guys? Would you bite the bullet?
Okay, so a hypothetical situation. God exists, and if you don't repent, you're going to burn in hell. But the entire basis for it is that if I do not repent, and it comes down to a question of what are you supposed to feel repentance for? Are you feeling repentance for your sins committed against your fellow man, or your sins committed against God? That's the thing that would really dictate what my answer would be. If it's my sins against the people that existed out there, the ways in which I did wrong to other people, well, I don't need to apologize to God for the ways I fucked up and hurt somebody else. That's my own shit. That's between me and them. I can repent for that on my own terms, sure. But as an offense to God, well, you know, God never wrote me a passive-aggressive message on Facebook telling me, like, hey, man, actually, that really does bother me. So
take this down, please.
Yeah, you know, and that's really the whole thing. If I had any kind of like predestined relationship with God in which like there was even like the most barely tertiary kind of thing, like that we were on at least something of a basis of familiarity, then sure, I wouldn't mind. But at the end of the day, because of my personality, I'm old, I'm riddled with fucking cancer, and God's like, hey, repent and I'll save your soul. Honestly, my reaction is probably gonna be like, fuck off. Dude, kiss my ass. No way, fuck you. I mean, I'll say sorry for the things in which I actually genuinely fucked up, but being unfamiliar with somebody that doesn't want anything to do with me, kiss my ass.
Mm-hmm. I'd say I'm on my deathbed, God comes and says, repent, you know? I'd say, watch the tape!
Watch the tape?
Watch the tape! Now talk shit!
What tape?
He's got a tape. Listen. God's been around for a while. He hasn't moved on to DVDs or DVRs. He's still, everything's recorded on a VHS. Okay, so like all those times you touched yourself, all those times you thought like, wow, that guy's got a nice ass. Oh my God, I'm going to hell. All those times, right? God's got that, not just recorded. It's on VHS.
Right.
So
right.
You got to tell him. Review the tape. No, keep going. No, just fast forward, honestly. I'll tell you when to stop. Don't worry. Just keep going.
What about you, Nate?
Wait, stop. Go back. All right. You see that? You see that look? What do you got to say, God? Huh? What? You created that. I thought it looked good. What do you want?
I mean, to be honest, I don't plan to ever die. I plan to live forever, but whatever. What about you, Nate?
I don't plan to ever meet God.
The thing about it is, even if I were to repent, I'm not sure if it would make a difference, because my repentance wouldn't be out of feeling sorry for betraying God. It would just be out of not wanting to burn forever and just feel eternal torture.
Yeah, I think
so. I think that God would know that my repentance would be disingenuine.
Right.
And I feel no sympathy for disobeying God. I think that his moral compass is totally fucked up. So
if God is the perfect being, that means that God's got, you know, a little bit of me in him. And all I can think is that at a certain point he'd be like, well, look at this part of your life. Why did you do this sinful thing? And I'd be like, look at her. Tell me you wouldn't do the same thing. Right? Right? All right, cool.
She's hot and she has a penis. Come on.
Well, I mean, he did not get married without her consent.
So hard limits.
That's true. That's true. Little rapey. Little rapey.
Listen, Lord, you invented hard and soft limits. She had no hard limits. What the fuck am I supposed to do with it? Come on. Okay.
I always come back to the same. I always come back to the. I always come back to the same thing too, and it's the reason why I'm an apatheist, and why I just don't really care if there is a God or there isn't. Is that if the way in which Christians, modern Christians, like to portray God, not the evangelicals, not the overly oppressive, because like fuck their entire idea of God, that's stupid. But if the basic, like casual Christians who think that just God is love and God is this and God is that, if that God were to exist, I don't think that God would really give that much of a shit. I don't think that God is really going to be so fucking picky as to be like, well, I know I caught you at a bad time, being utterly riddled with cancer and dying in agonizing fucking pain, but hey, could you justify yourself to me right fucking now? Like, I don't really see the God of love being that, so it just doesn't matter to me. I just don't really care. Doesn't make any sense to me.
The God of Love shows up, opens the book, and says, Jeffrey Holiday, did you on this date at this time suck this man's dick?
yeah, dude, I totally did.
You'd be like, yes, Lord, I did. And did you do a good job?
I did the best I could. I was very enthusiastic.
You may enter, Jeffrey.
Thanks.
For you clearly possess the kindness of Christ within your heart.
It probably, to be honest with you, it probably wasn't very good. There was a lot of tequila that night. Oh my god, so much tequila.
I remember the time my son came around and told me he sucked a cock.
That was the most sacrilegious fucking New Year's. It was a Christmas. It was a Christmas. That's what it was.
And yet they nailed him to a cross anyway and said thank you afterwards. Just goes to show you can't suck your way out of jail.
Oh, I hope my dad's not actually watching this episode. We'll see.
Oh, can I ask you guys what you think about? I'm not sure if you heard about this, but recently there was this one cross memorial of soldiers that was taken down. Did you hear about that?
No. What was that?
I don't remember where it was located. If you Google this, it was like some giant cross in a town was taken down because, you know, you can't have any kind of religious symbolism on state property. So now people are kind of pissed off about that because of the court's decision to remove it.
Okay.
But do you think that that's ethical to remove a religious symbol like that from property, or is it not a big deal?
Say, because my fucking brain is still addled from the fucking death shots. By the way, $100, I'll do another one. So what type of property were you talking about?
It was on public property. Here, I'll try to pull up an article about it if I can find one.
Yeah. Because it really depends. Like, if there's... I have kind of a nuanced opinion about it. Yeah, please, by all means. Let me see if I can grab this. Hang on, I have to like go to a pause screen so I don't reveal anything I'm not supposed to. Let me grab this real quick. Copy this to that and back. All right. Yeah. Cool. Got it. Let's take a look at this. Cross-shaped world. What the fuck? That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Got it. Cross-shaped.
As a gin infused with Hendrix.
Cross-shaped World War I memorial is unconstitutional. Federal Appeals Court has ruled that a 40-foot cross-shaped Maryland monument honoring soldiers who died in World War I is unconstitutional. Because it's on public land at a busy intersection in Prince George's County and is maintained with government funds. Okay, so this is how I feel about this. having a religious iconography or a religious monument on public property, I don't actually have a problem with. It does not bother me whatsoever. The problem that I have is if it's being maintained by government funds. I have a problem with that because I don't think the government should be paying for religious iconography. Now that it's on public land, I don't really care. You could put any whatever kind of faith symbol you want on public property as long as you go through the right process, you appeal for it, and you get something put up. I'm fine with that. But I don't like that taxpayers have to pay money towards it because I think that is antithetical to the basis of separation of church and state. It's
like low-key theocracy in a way, you could say.
Well, it could be. It really could be, especially because of the monetary investiture in it. Absolutely. So that's really how I feel about it. Like when they had the whole thing, like, well, if you're gonna have a Ten Commandments statue put up, well, then the Church of Satan is gonna put up a statue of Baphomet. You know.
Yeah, just to piss off the Christians, all the evangelicals.
Yeah, I'm fine with both. I'm fine with both of them. Like, it's cool. Keep them both up. I don't give a shit.
You're doing that your fucking selves. I'm not having to pay for it. Whatever the fuck you want to do with your money is your thing.
It's cool, but
one thing maybe I'm just playing devil's advocate here, right? When I drive along the highway and I see the crosses on the side of the road, and I'm like, oh, somebody died there. Oh.
Yeah.
When it comes to memorials, I'm not so hung up on religious iconography. It's the kind of thing like you want to put the Ten Commandments out in front of a courthouse. Well, then, yeah, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, so that's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, but if a monument to the dead soldiers, especially in a time where let's say that 99.95% of them probably were Christian, right?
Mm-hmm.
If a town who sacrificed those boys to a big war wants to put up a monument to God saying, well, those boys are with God now, and we all feel better because we believe that's the case. Honestly, I could find bigger wastes of public money easily. Maybe it's a matter of priorities, because I mean, honestly, studying the I think it was like $330,000. No, I'm sorry, no, $3.3 million was actually dedicated, and this is years and years ago, by the Department of Transportation to find out why truckers get tired.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And I am absolutely opposed to the merging of any kind between church and state. Yeah. But at the same time, I have to feel if a town or city wants to put up a religiously themed bit of iconography in honor of good men who went and laid their lives down in the name of what is right.
Sure.
I'm okay with paying for that, even though I don't believe in fucking God and I think the church is a bunch of shit.
The thing is that they could always put up a more secular memorial, something that doesn't have any religious symbolism that would still honor the soldiers.
When was it put up?
I'm not sure. I haven't read that part. I'm guessing since it's World War I memorial, it's been up for a while now.
In that case, it's not even religious at this point. It's historical.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the memorial was completed in 1925, you know? And the thing is... Whoa, oh my god, Jesus Christ. I fucking hate it when, like, those ads all of a sudden start playing. Like, that actually spooked me there for a second. You guys didn't hear it, but me and the audience just heard it. I'm like, Energizer Bunny, no, fuck you. But, like, the thing is, too, in 1925, was America a predominantly, like, Christian-identifying country? Yeah, of course it was. So, like, it's history, too, so I don't have a problem with it. But I do... Oh, because it's so old, now I'm kind of conflicted.
Right? That's what I love about these conversations.
That's tough,
man. Does it being old make a difference, really, in the end?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Because at this point, I mean... If it went up, even if it went up as a bit of publicly funded religious iconography, what it is actually regarded as and understood to be now is actually more a matter of civil iconography. It's a civil landmark. It's not a religious landmark. And honestly, too, like you drive by, you see a big ass stone cross, and if it's not on top of a church, the default assumption it's a grave.
Right. I think this is okay. I think this is probably how I really feel about it. When it comes to things like this, it's been around for a really, really fucking long time. I do think it is to a point historical. Now that we have reached a specific point in time where we accept and we are defining very clearly what is and is not acceptable as far as the separation of church and state. I would not support them putting up another monument like this now, but because they already put it up and it's been in place for a while, it's a monument to people who died in a war. I don't really have that big of a problem with it. I'm not triggered by seeing a fucking cross. I don't give that much of a shit. I also really, really approve, and I'm very big on public art. Statues and murals and that sort of thing. I feel like cities are too drab, they're too shitty, they look like garbage. If I have to choose between no art and religious art, as long as the religious art isn't just like a big oppressive god face sticking in there, be like, we don't like the gays, then I'm fine, dude. I don't fucking care. Like, it's cool.
It's just Jesus staring at you.
Here are my thoughts on it personally.
Sure,
I have no issue with a cross being put up in a town. No problem with that at all. It's just when it's on public property is what bothers me. If they were to take this memorial and put it on private property, then it's like, yeah, awesome. But as long as it's on public property, I don't want it to be there. If it wasn't so
old, if it was something that had been put up within the past like 20, 25 years, I would say, yeah, maybe let's move it to, well, I don't know, man. Like even this right here, from what I'm understanding, this is just at like a fucking like a roundabout or something. Like, I don't know, man. And the other thing I'd have to ask is like, how much does it cost for it to be maintained? Here's a good idea. Okay, I have a big problem with churches being tax exempt. I don't think that's fair. I think that's bullshit that churches are tax exempt. Why not? If that's going to be the case, a good way to get around that is, well, okay, if for some reason we can't get the law passed that you guys have to pay taxes, well, then you have to pay to maintain all the fucking crosses in town, okay? Because they're your crosses. They're part of your group. You should at least have to pay for the crosses. But like having them there, I don't care. I don't really think some kid's just gonna look at that cross and be like, I feel like I'm suddenly going to wake up and I'm going to praise Jesus. I'm going to change my life around all the way to be like an oppressive evangelical piece of shit and treat my wife like property and indoctrinate my kids into a hateful, evil religion that downgrades and degrades anybody who's different than me. I don't think that's going to happen.
I ain't going to wake up one day like, well, yesterday I really thought boy ass looked really nice, but all of a sudden I have this feeling like if I look at it again, all of a sudden something really bad's going to happen.
Every time I drive by that cross, I get a little less gay. I don't know, man. It's weird.
No, here's the thing, man. He talks to like some fucking dude in his 40s, like, oh, I know that feeling, boy. Now here's the thing, like I've driven by that cross 100,000 times by now, and I went from not feeling gay to I get a fucking straight up goddamn erection when I see that. I see that Jesus peg up in the middle of that roundabout there. And I realized that's a good use of public lands and resources, boy. And you know what? I'll tell you honestly, my dick gets so hard, like I have trouble steering on my way to work. Then I get to the call center. And I realize that you know what? Hey, wow, I got a whole commute there in which I got to think God was real until I found my job and I remembered that He's not.
Here's a good one too. Here's a really good argument for it as well. Is so because this is a memorial for people who died in a war, and it predates World War II. It's specifically for the people who died in World War I. The most identifying icon at the time that was created for sacrifice probably would have been the Christian cross. So because it's a war memorial for the people who died, I mean, it kind of makes sense as well too. Like it's unfortunate that this type of thing has to become something that we end up having to debate over because of the problems that we have with people trying to enact more iconography. Like the iconography on itself and religion in and of itself should not have to be oppressive. It should be fine for people to express as much as they want, and you could see somebody expressing it, and it shouldn't be a big deal. And unfortunately, that's not how we are right now. Our political climate, and has been for a while, is we see people weaponizing their faith to try and enact social and political change, and put pressures on people who don't share the same belief system. And that's unfortunate. I think if that was not the case, if we didn't have people like the fucking 700 Club, Pat Robertson, all those oppressive dickhead motherfuckers out there trying to tell us how we should be behaving, then seeing a cross that's meant to represent a bunch of people who died would not even be a question. We wouldn't even think about it. We'd just be like, well, yeah.
Well, you know what?
That's a problem.
On that note, because we do have a format here.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. Actually, it kind of works out though because so we were on the undersubbed of the week here. We've got our undersubbed. It's Nightmare Fuel. We got a link there and everything.
Yep, go check out Nightmare Fuel.
And if you need a reason to check him out, consider the fact that just watching a little bit of his video here, right, inspired a conversation that would have kept going if I hadn't stopped it.
A great conversation. I'm enjoying.
Yeah.
Should we do super chats and then oversubbed, or should we do oversubbed and then super chats?
We'll do the super chats and then oversubbed.
Do you want to finish the video or just end it here?
Oh, we were just going with clips.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we just do some clips, yeah.
And honestly, like if you guys at this point, like we just watched a little bit about this, and like two of us, like 3 atheists, ended up actually kind of debating points. So it might be worth. I think it's worth checking Reese out. He's a good guy. I like him. I know him.
Yeah, I've hung out with Reese before. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a fan of some fucking faggy channels, but you know you can't hold that shit.
But he himself is he's a pretty decent dude. Brock says, "Don't you start that DP joke, Jeff? Laugh my fucking ass off." I know. Devil King 1994, free Sissistan. Ugh, don't start that one. Sissistan.
Not yet.
Not yet, dude. No. Satanic News Network. Speaking of Kane, guys, did you know that Kane is running for mayor in Knox County, Tennessee? Also, I'm still 1 for 2, Nick. Hashtag buy that new Trivium record. Trivium. I've been listening to Trivium. It's interesting stuff. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Says Nightmare Fuels like.
He really wants me to listen to Trivium.
It's not bad, dude. You should check it out.
I will. I will tonight. I actually will make a point tonight. I mean, and then tomorrow, hopefully, if someone reminds me.
Okay. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Says Nightmare Fuel is like the brother of Devin Tracy. Only unlike Devin, he didn't eat paint chips as a child.
Yeah, I know. He has a very similar format to Devin Tracy, but it seems like Nightmare Fuel has a much, let's say, cleaner record.
Let me put it this way. Like, he has a very similar format to Devin Tracy, except he's not a perpetually irredeemable cunt.
So I take it both of you are not fans of Devin. I know that a lot of people in the community don't like him because of the doxing situation.
And the race realism thing.
Is he a race realist?
I appreciate Devin Tracy's ability to make a video. I think that sometimes when Devin makes a video, his insight can be invaluable and really, really compelling. I think
he's not a dumbass. He's not a dumb dude.
No, he's not. He's not dumb. He's not dumb. He's not dumb at all.
He's just a cunt.
How do I want to put it? Because Devin just recently came after me. I did a podcast, and for like an hour, he was in the chat like spreading a bunch of lies about me and shitting all over me. And they finally pointed it out to me after an hour, and I was like, yeah, fuck Devin Tracy, he's a racist. And that's all I said, because I knew it would piss him off. And he made this like huge video about like, Jeff Holiday owes me an apology, blah, 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 and like, whatever, dude. The truth of the matter is that when Devin applies himself and he makes a video, he can have a really interesting point of view, and I really do like the way he can make his videos without the stupid faggy intros that take forever with a bunch of chicks stretching. It's weird.
Booty shaking, all the rap and remixes.
Yeah, just fuck, dude, why? But he's not a dumb guy. He can make a really good point. It'd just be nice if he didn't act like such a fucking cunt all the time. That's all. That's
he's gonna watch this stream. He's gonna respond to everything you're saying right now.
Of course he is.
Oh yeah,
of course he is. It's fine.
Devin, if you're watching, the best way to get us to respond to what we're saying is to jump into our Streamlabs. You know, drop like $200 there.
Yeah,
not a big chunk of change. Yeah, just drop $200 real quick, and
just drop us some super chats, and we will have a conversation through super chats. I'm more than willing to do that with you, buddy. All right. Anyway, so Devil King 1994. We was traps. Traps stand forever. Daddy Jeff. Fight me in real life, Mace little bitch, Hashcore Discord me more now. God damn it, guys. Devil King 1984 again. Kekistan and Trapistan recognize the free state of Catalan. Sure we do. Autism Kane, or Austin Kane. Jesus Christ. Fuck. The Trapistani insurgent dogs will be Pinochet over the sea of Cuckus. Kekistani, strength through purity. Real Kekistani don't have other identities. God damn it, you guys. Gonzo Duke, can you guys reenact the scene from Empire Strikes Back when Han Solo is frozen in carbonite? Nick is Han, Nate is Chewie, Jeff is Leia. I love you. You're supposed to say I know, and then get frozen.
Has he ever watched? I think he's muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Did you just unplug your? You just unplugged your shit, didn't you?
No, I muted myself because I had to type some shit. I mean, I could have said I know, but I was going with the director's cut, in which like Han's just a badass. She's like, I love you.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Straight. MGTOW for life, bitch.
Braga says, every time I see a cross, I suck one less dick, lol. Alex Blackfoot. Super chat won't let me send a message with no spaces. Ava Lund Goldstein. Jeff, please unify your Trapistani kids and Kekistan. I'll do my best. I promise I will do my best. Rockus, every time I see a cross, a hooker gets paid. Nice. Then over here on Streamlabs. Load. We've got... Jesus fucking Christ. Holy Jesus, you guys. Alright. MC Lucas, I was watching pre-recorded with Jack and Rich from Red Letter Media, but on Sundays you guys take priority, and I fucking love Red Letter Media. Thanks for being awesome, and die Neil Breen died. Neil Breen is a national treasure, don't you dare.
A real human brain.
Yeah, dude. Every now and then I have movie nights with my patrons, and we all watch Neil Breen films. It's great. It's so fun.
I love that laptop scene in his one film. He's like knocking over every single laptop, pouring coffee on it.
Fateful Findings. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a great one. His newest one. Oh fuck. Oh my god. What is his? I have it. Fuck. I ordered it and everything. What's the newest Neil Breen movie? Neil Breen. I have to know. Pass Through. Is incredible. Him, like, connecting visually with the CGI tiger. They have that moment, that brain-to-brain connection.
Oh, I have to look this up. A CGI tiger.
The Gail Cord Schuler speak here now, Jeff. they had brain sex.
Did you know I was in a Gail Cord Schuler video? Like, I was referenced in a Gale video. Yeah, she was talking about how I got bamboozled by the Brent Spiner Jesuit clone. Yeah. No, really.
Isn't Gale the creepy middle-aged lady who has an obsession with, I think, what, Hugh Jackman or something?
No, Brent. Hey, listen, she is a fit and firm woman of age.
Yep.
And she is in a long-standing love affair with Brent Spiner of Star Trek.
And Vladimir Putin and Hugh Jackman and Terrence Jenkins and Matthew McConaughey and a few others, yeah.
And Sean, what's his name?
And she is the Empress of Earth. Gail is amazing.
Yeah. So
and she writes books about squeaky penises too.
And I own many of those books.
You can just take all that skeptical shit you got going on there, Nate. You can just like stuff it like all up your ass, and until the Jesuits find it, okay?
I love Gail so much. Oh my god. Okay.
You can't exist on the internet without finding. It's actually no. This is actually Nate. Who is your favorite crazy person on the internet?
My favorite crazy person. I know there's this one YouTube channel. I don't think anyone knows about her though. Her channel is like Done With This Life something. And what is the name of the guy from the not Coldplay? What is the name of that one rock band that everybody hates?
Nickelback.
You're thinking
Nickelback.
Chad Kroeger?
There's Chad Kroeger. This woman had an obsession with Chad Kroeger. I think she claimed that she met him at a bar one time, and then she just began stalking him or something. I'll try to find her channel. It's freaky.
Yeah. No, I'm interested.
You can find it in, if you can find it in time, I'm sure we'll put it in the links. It's like, Malcolm, this isn't an undersub. But...
Malcolm from the North says the Escapists just fired most of their paid staff. Oh, dude, they're going through a quiet neo-gaff. Games journalism, everyone. Yeah, for sure, dude. Dr. Squism says Squisms. Dr. Squigum says rename this episode to #FreeTrapistan. No. I'm not encouraging you people. No way.
I already named the episode, guys.
Alright, I found a video of her if you want to play this in the stream.
Yeah? Okay. Nick, can you DM that to me through Twitter?
All right, no problem.
X-Tiger says, Discord sucks. It attracts worse, more retarded drama, even faster than Twitter. How are people that stupid? Nick's keyboard is fine. Traps are GMOs. I bet Chris Lee hates him. Oh boy, Chris Lee. Pinky's up for the moon juice. Hey, Shadowlay, and praise the format. Thank you very much, X-Tiger. Love you, buddy. Dr. Squiggums, we was traps, free Trapistan forever. Daddy Jeff, thank you. Sergeant Buck, if we're all created in God's image, are people with birth defects God's drunken accidents? Good question. Triglet says...
There, I just tweeted it to you.
Got a little spice going on there. Okay.
Triglet says, NASA confirmed Japanese discovery of a moon tunnel, yet the MJQ has been completely absent tonight's format. Conspiracy? The MJ... Oh, the moon Jewish question. Oh, god damn it. We're not dealing with the moon Jew question. It's no... That's a different episode. Breadmaster PBJ, hashtag trapskit. Like Brexit, but with traps. Shadowlay Now and Forever says, the Keks and the Traps must reunite. The kingdom of Czechoslovakia must resist balkanization to be powerful enough to take on the normies. Thank you very much. You guys are fucking... You're blowing my mind right now. I wish I wasn't so fucking drunk. Oh my god.
I'm actually more sober than Jeff right now. I'm just sneezing a lot.
So anyway, yeah.
Oh my god, what is this?
That is Alicia Errol. And yes, this woman had an obsession with Chad Kroger.
Oh boy, can we watch it, Nick? Should we watch it?
Yeah, she has this bad habit of putting her face way too close to the camera.
Okay, we're gonna check this out. We're gonna check it out. I'm in a good mood, man. I'm in a good mood. We'll keep this up, and then we'll.
I'm in a good mood. Let's ruin that now.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm feeling good. If everybody out there who's watching live, if you're feeling good, let us see some ones in the chat right now. And let's watch some Alicia Errol.
So anyway, yeah, I'm utilizing all my acting skills to hide my total justifiable rage towards my ex-boyfriend, who I'm dependent on, you know, for a place to stay, just like I was after he nearly killed me and didn't care, you know. Anyway, this song I wrote, God, like 15 years ago, more maybe.
Do you feel like maybe she's on meth?
I don't know. She has this very depressive, overly emotional attitude in every single video that she makes.
I really hope so. I can't explain it otherwise.
Because, like, you know how there's this whole thing of, like, if you take amphetamines and you don't have ADHD, they jack you up. But if you have ADHD and you take amphetamines, you, like, kind of chill out. I wonder if this is what happens if you have ADHD and you take, like, crystal methamphetamine. That would be interesting.
And it's more true now than it ever was back then. It's more true. It's just a cute little song that I used to sing for men sometimes when I absolutely weighed about 40 pounds less than I do now, and I was obviously a lot younger.
Oh, honey. Oh.
The men liked it, let's just put it that way.
Yeah, she is a basket case.
It's called What Is It That You Want From Me, Baby?
Okay.
What is it that you want from me, babe? Is something I need to know. I might stay around and drive you crazy, or I just might go. What is it that you want from me, baby? What is it that you need?
Right.
I might bring you to ecstasy, babe, or I might make you bleed.
What? She sings this to men and it makes them happy?
Why do that to us, Nate? Why?
Well, I can see why all the men leave her.
Ow! Can we get memes, please? Memes, please.
But yeah, she has a whole bunch of videos like this. I know I have a couple archived which she took down. She made this one video where she's like near a camera like, how many of you have ever masturbated while crying at the same goddamn time?
I mean, oh. Hey.
What?
Weird.
Why do you need to know? Wait, what?
Weird. Okay.
You don't know what you get into, baby. No, you really don't. I might fuck the life out of you, baby, or maybe I won't. What is it that you want from me, baby? What is it that you see? When you look deep into my eyes, baby, you're really looking at me. Don't think that I can't hide from you, babe. You better believe it's true. You'll think you know so much about me, and I'll be laughing at you.
Someone remix this song.
Oh, please.
Maybe dubstep or auto-tune.
Yeah, honestly, no. I want to see a trap remix.
You guys get a freebie on this one.
Yeah, I want to see a trap remix. Jeff, we do have to move on. We have format. But honestly, this is... I don't know if I'm ever going to get an erection again.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. We have to move on. We have to move on. Okay. Yeah, that's
honestly, she's got the folds on her neck here that look like they belong on the bottom of her arms, and I don't even feel good about that.
Oh, Jesus fuck. Okay, no, you're right. Okay, let's move on to our oversubbed of the week. Now, somebody recently, I think it was actually during the midweek show, somebody said that there was a guy who had heard of me and wants to debate me about GMOs. And it's somebody who runs a channel called The Leak Project. And, well, so tonight's oversubbed is The Leak Project.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand by. We're getting ready to go live. Ronnie McMullen's here with us. We're going to talk about this wonderful new genetically modified corn that actually doesn't even need pesticides to be dangerous and to kill pesticides. They've actually found a way to manipulate the RNA gene and splice it and turn off certain genes.
There's no such thing as an RNA gene. RNA is part of the genetic sequencing. Fuck.
When it's consumed. So now, talk about a silent killer. This stuff is crazy. They're literally genetically modifying the DNA to where it's like a poison. So it destroys the guts. It destroys the intestines of these insects. Now imagine what this is going to do to human beings. So even if you think you're one of the smart ones, you're like, yeah, you know, I bought the non-organic stuff, but I washed it all off. I washed all that pesticide stuff off. Well, it's still growing inside of the genes. This is just unprecedented. I talked to you guys about this the other day, actually. And
Did you really? Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Yeah. Oh. Oh, he's gonna be really upset when he finds out you work for Monsanto.
I know, dude. I know. Well, you know, I have to address it because I know my corporate masters are telling me I have to fight the good fight against these truth tellers like Leak Project.
And thank goodness we can learn about this kind of stuff, because oftentimes they can get away with it and they don't even have to label certain things that they do. If you look at the amount of genetically modified crops in the States, I mean, just take a look at it. 96% genetically modified cotton, 77% corn. Now, if it's genetically modified, that means oftentimes it's probably going to have a lot more pesticides on it.
Incorrect. In fact, what's interesting about the whole thing about that, when it comes to pesticides and genetically modified organisms and that sort of thing, it's true, you do have the ones that are bred so they resist pesticides being sprayed on them. But when you have a crop that is labeled organic, it does not mean that they don't have pesticides that's being sprayed on them. It means that the pesticides that are being sprayed on them are organic pesticides, which are, by and large, massively more fucking toxic than the synthetic pesticides. So, suck a dick.
Because that corn can withstand the pesticides. Well, now they're even growing the pesticides in the corn. How cool is that? Hey, Ronnie, thanks for joining us here at the Leak Project.
They're talking about BT corn, Bacillus thuringiensis, I think. I probably butchered that pretty bad. And that is a pesticide that's designed so that certain types of pests, when they ingest it, the chemical reaction interacts with an enzyme that's in their gut and makes them effectively die. They pop really grossly. But it's perfectly safe for human beings to consume it because the enzyme that interacts with the pesticide, we don't have it. It's not. We're not bugs. So we won't.
Essentially, his argument's like saying, you know, dogs can't have chocolate, so why would you have it?
Exactly, dude. And this comes up all the fucking time. Yeah, you know, like this perfectly cultured, scientifically formulated system to kill bugs Well, it should hurt humans too, even though we are completely biologically different, and it's specifically designed to only fuck with the bugs and not... Fuck, Anti-GMOers are so fucking cringy and stupid. I fucking hate them. Yeah, this is a 47-minute long video. Like, I don't even know, dude. Oh, this one has black box warning meaning? What is this? What is this?
You know, like chlorine and other stuff from the pipes, etc. But you really have to ask yourself that question. Are you somebody right now that is realizing that these drugs that you're taking, because supposedly your cholesterol is too high, supposedly you're, you need to look. Here's one thing as well. Somebody that my father-in-law, I've talked about this before. He was on several medications before he died. Yes. One of those had a black box label on it. The doctors kept prescribing him more drugs instead of telling him to maybe lose a few pounds. And when he got to the point of...
an anecdote. That's great.
I will guarantee you the doctors were telling your uncle to fucking lose some goddamn weight, you fucking fatty.
Well, no, listen, I'll say this much. I mean, when it comes to medical studies, anything that starts out with, like, let me tell you about my uncle, I'm like, oh, fuck, all right, yeah, no, like, tell me more. Please.
Yeah, no, so League Project, how many fucking subs does this dude have?
186,000, I want to say.
180? Are you fucking serious?
I want to say
there's a giant market out there for bullshit like this, and it seems like no matter how many debunk videos you make, these people keep growing.
Oh, they do. They absolutely do. And you know what we can blame for this? Yeah, 158,000 subscribers. 158,000 fucking subscribers. Follow this stupid-ass motherfucker. The reason why this keeps happening is because of a culture of fucking ignorance. And you know where it exists? It exists on Facebook. That's where all this is.
Wait a second. Are you talking shit about David Avocado Wolf here?
Oh, no, I will be doing...
that guy,
I will be doing...
mushrooms.
I will be doing a video on David Avocado Wolf at some point. Absolutely. But because the whole thing is that, there's a culture, and it's one of the most powerful cultures on social media, on Facebook in specific, that spurs this type of shit forward. And I'll tell you exactly what it is. Mommy bloggers. Mommy bloggers and concerned parents sharing everything they can possibly think of pseudoscience bullshit because they know exactly how to prey on them. They have to say, hey, do you know what's getting put inside of your children? Poison. The truth that they don't want you to know. The things that you're taking for granted are secretly killing your fucking kids. And they go, ah! And they fucking share immediately.
Now, I'm wondering, what do you guys think about the ethics? I know people are constantly talking about how, Facebook is censoring people. But when people are trying to market ideas which, affect politics, are affecting people's health, trying to sell things that actually hurt your body, or they're just a placebo effect, do you think it's ethical for Facebook to try and prevent those kinds of posts from getting traction?
No.
I think this is how I feel about it. Do I feel like those types of posts should be censored? No, I don't think those types of things should be censored. Do I think that Facebook should be discriminate in the things that they are willing to allow for promotion through their ad system? Yes, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Now, the reason for this is very simple. If you share a stupid, shitty pseudoscience fucking meme or video or whatever, and a bunch of naive, stupid, gullible motherfuckers gain enough traction and they share it, well, that's the freedom to be as stupid as you want to be, and that's part of being American. Okay? And that's fine. That's fine. But Facebook and other companies that do promotion and advertising, they do have a responsibility for the things that they are actually allowing on their platform to put forward. So if you do have something like, say, Miracle Mineral Substance, whatever the fuck it's called, Miracle Mineral Solution, where people are squirting bleach up the rectums of autistic children to try and cure their autism, I do think that Facebook should absolutely not be allowing those people to buy ad space and virally spread their message through their system. I do, because that is, in effect, part of their responsibility.
Because they're marketing a product which is going to severely damage a child or potentially kill them.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So I think that's the delineation for me. Nothing should be censored on a platform designed for people to be able to freely express themselves. But if you're buying ad space, I do feel like companies should have the brunt of responsibility on those things to vet that which they are going to get financially invested in to spread. I absolutely think so. And you know, and if but the thing is too, if they decide to not do that and they decide to just simply allow them, I wish that there was a clearer way that you could know whether or not something that you see on Facebook, like say somebody's trying to say, hey, if you want to cure your kid of autism, squirt bleach up their assholes. I wish that there was an easy way that was delineated on Facebook so it could be like, this is a sponsored spread of an ad. So that then you could point at that and be like, dude, Facebook, fuck you. Because then you could put pressure on Facebook for what you see as potentially damaging behavior and them not taking responsibility for it.
I know that Facebook has one thing. They have some feature where if a certain article is shared, they'll have a little note below the article saying this has been disputed by these different fact-checking groups.
Do they? Do they really?
It's like going to Wikipedia. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's something at least. That's something. That's better than nothing.
Do you mind if I shill an app here for a minute?
Yeah, no, please, by all means.
Wait, hold on, hang on. Do they have enough money to pay us to allow this?
Fuck it, whatever.
There's this one website which has gotten popular as of late because of stuff like this called Media Bias Fact Check, and they have an app which you can download for Facebook, where if you share an article from, let's say, Infowars.com, they'll have a note below it saying this is a conspiracy website, and you know, just be warned, it could just be bullshit what you're sharing. Or if you share something from, let's say, CNN, they'll say this is a left-leaning site. If you share something from Fox News, it's more right-leaning, so they kind of let you know where the article is falling.
Yeah, it adds the context. No, I think that's a good idea. That's a great idea, absolutely. Because I don't want to curtail the free speech aspect of social media, but like something has to be done that we at least try and figure this out, because it's fucking awful, dude. Absolutely insane. Why is everybody typing neglected?
I was just wondering that.
What the hell are you people doing in the chat? What the fuck? You people are weird. Let's catch up with the fuck what's the name? Leak Project. Fuck Leak Project.
Yeah, fuck that channel.
Yeah, fuck you, asshole.
If you're gonna go over to the channel, don't spread hate. But you know what? Take a lesson from our guest a couple weeks ago. Internet comment etiquette, Eric. Yeah, like. Go check out Salvia Eric's channel. Learn how to leave a comment on a channel like that, and then go on over there and just give them the full bore 550 words that they deserve.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, oh my god, dude, holy shit. Like, I totally thought from all my experiences digging as a kid and everything learning about geology that the Earth was actually like a solid, like semi-solid rock mass with a molten core. But now that you've told me this, and I understand that fucking mole people live beneath my house, I need to go check that shit out. Yeah. So yeah, have as much fun with that kind of shit as you like. It'll be a good fun time. Now,
I'm not neglecting you, chat. What the fuck are you people talking about? You people are weird. Chuck Ross says, I hope your alcoholism is treating you well. Do either of you have any advice for a new YouTuber? Also, my mom thinks GMOs are evil. Help. I have a whole... We already talked a little bit about, like, advice for new YouTubers earlier in the stream. If you missed it, please go back and watch. Also, I've made several videos about how to start getting started on YouTube. Check them out.
I've made absolutely no videos about that, but go check out my channel.
If your mom thinks GMOs are evil, by all means, go check out Miles Power. He's really, really fucking good. He's the reason why I got started on YouTube. He's a fucking amazing YouTuber. He's got great videos on GMOs. Go check him out. And send them to your mom. Jables Boogly, we must reunite Kekistan. Kekistan is love. Kekistan is life. Kekistan is memes. We love you, Jables. You're such a sweetheart. Leslie Maxwell, can't keep a good Trappistani down. And not if they're hard. Devil King 1994, this is the Discord stream now. No. Too late. Thank you very much for the generosity. Frankly, my dear, what's up, buddy? Meth out, Spice Girl needs to spend some time working out her daddy issues. Oh, shit.
Whew.
Ooh, spicy.
Hey, little habanero there.
Gonzo Duke says, one more shot at death. I already did that. No. E fell. So I've been watching through Deep Space Nine recently, and holy shit, can you imagine modern day Ferengi? Also, fuck retail. Yeah, if you tried to do Ferengi in today's climate, people would be like, obviously, you hate Jews.
I figured that out back when I was watching DS9, but I was okay with it. I'm like, oh, this is supposed to be Jews. I get it now.
Alex Blackfoot says, don't say we're not bugs, Jeff. You'll give us away. Gonzo Duke says, hashtag, we are all bugs. God damn it. Erudite Fuzz, I'm calling my bathroom breaks leak projects now. Nice. Yay. Gonzo Duke, I have a feeling that I would like to see a trap version of Wolf Blitzer shooting bleach up Zer ass. Oh. And then on Streamlabs...
It's Wolf Blitzer, just like Wolf Blitzer just being like, so we have an internet cure for autism. We're going to try and see if it cures my autism. Nope. I'm still a very dull cable network host. Okay.
I feel like we're at battle now between our show and our Discord that's happening, like, right now as we're talking. Words of discouragement say, while it might be true that seeing the cross might make people suck less dick, it's also true that it's hard to see from the driver's lap. Sergeant Buck says, be honest, Jeff, are you putting chemicals in the water to turn the friggin' corn gay? Yeah. Oh, no, I am. Monsanto, hey, I hope you're enjoying the show, Monsanto. Monsanto says, take this bitch down, boys, or you don't get your check this month. Hey. I'm doing it. Dr. Scrism says, we ruled this episode. If Daddy Jeff haven't neglected his children, then we wouldn't have made Trapistan. I feel like you aren't taking us seriously like Gamergate and start recognizing we are the traps. Join the general chat for the kids of Discord. I'll hang out with you guys a little bit later, okay? I love you kids. You're fucking great. Let's get...
Yeah, we do. We're good with the money. We're done with the money.
We're done with the money. We're done with the money.
I always let as a Jew, I let the Gentile handle the money just so it seems equal.
What the fuck?
And
damn it.
That being the case, though. That being the case, listen. Here's the thing: you can't scroll around on the internet. You can't go around. You can't just like go clipping video to video, looking at news item after news item, thinking like, "Oh, I know how things are going." Without
we can.
To your proper weekly double barrel 50 caliber fucking 110 caliber Navy ship fucking cringe, and we have that for you this week. Jeff, you want to introduce this, because I know this is your boy.
Okay. This is my boy. This is my boy. I love my Dickie. My Dickie is so good. He's one of my favorite lol cows on the fucking planet. This dude thinks himself so fucking serious. Holy shit. So we're not gonna be able to watch the whole thing. We're just going to have to skip through and watch a little bit of it here and there. But old Dickie Spencer went to the University of Florida, and he tried to have a speech. And it turned out pretty much exactly how you'd think it would, but surprisingly with a lot less bullets, except, well, afterwards there were some bullets.
Well, there were 3 men, I believe, who attacked somebody.
Yeah. But I'll be dealing with that in a video next week.
I mean, but honestly, who would have ever thought, Nate? I mean, I couldn't have seen it coming, but who would have thought that like a white nationalist, white supremacist holding a rally in an ethnically diverse part of an ethnically diverse state might engender some violence? I mean, I'm fucking flabbergasted.
Imagine my shock!
Now, do you think that are we playing the video?
Yeah, we're gonna skip through it a little bit here and there. We gotta make sure we actually like see some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like his little dance he does on stage. He bounces back and forth and does the alligator thing with his hands.
He does.
That's a mix of hemorrhoids and poorly shaven genitals.
No. Why are you doing this if what I'm saying is so irrational and
Why are you doing this? Why? What are you doing?
That within all of you that think you're so self-righteously correct.
Oh, honey darling. Ooh.
Within all of you is a hidden doubt. A hidden doubt
Ooh.
about the system you're experiencing. a hidden doubt about a system that isn't just anti-white, but is actually against all identities, including yours if you're non-white in this audience.
Oh, red pill me on identity, daddy. Ooh.
Wait a second, hang on. Is he trying to fucking like? Is he trying to blue pill us now though?
I don't know.
It's like, no, listen, your identity politics is just as good as mine, and I'm here to defend that with you. Oh, it's so hot in here. Oh my god.
It's him and his 3 fashy sphincter tenders like up on stage trying to make points while people are shouting at him. It's fucking cringe, dude.
You know that one fat guy with the big beard that was up there talking with him as well?
yeah.
I can't think of his name right now, but I know that he hosts this one radio show online called The Right Stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
And I've watched a few clips of that show, and there are some where they really go hard against Jews and everything. So
oh, they do.
Richard Spencer to say that he's not an anti-Semite or not a fascist. This is the most blatantly fascist radio show I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I know, dude. And oh god, everything about them is so fucking cringe. It's incredible. It's honestly fucking incredible.
So rile everyone up too much, but I genuinely have a question. So
her down too. Is that it?
Hi. Okay, so my name is Jamie Bell. I'm a UF alumni. Hi, everyone. And I didn't expect to be able to get in here, but I'm glad I have the opportunity to ask a question. So, Mr. Spencer, you have a right to free speech, but the Supreme Court has decided that you don't have the right to incite violence. Now, you listen. Wait. Now, you might not directly say.
The Supreme Court didn't decide that. That's against the law, obviously.
Let me finish my question, please. So, I get it. You don't directly say kill black people, kill Jews, whatever, but your followers seem to take the idea of a white-only ethno-state to heart, and they are the ones going out and committing violent acts in your name and in the name of your movement. So my question is, how do you respond to people who feel that you should take responsibility for the actions of others that your words appear
What are you referring to? Name a single incident in which some alt-rightist went out and murdered someone.
And then pan later.
Charlottesville. Is that how you say it?
I mean, the whole thing here, like, I don't want to just lump Richard Spencer automatically into like, oh, actually, you're a dick and you're responsible for this, that, and the other thing. Because
I'm okay with doing that.
Because,
by the way.
No. Because if I was to do that, I would have to say like DeRay is responsible for the Dallas sniper, right?
Yeah, I know, and Sargon is responsible for that blonde fucker who's defending purity out in Norway there or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Sargon, well, I mean, hey, let's be honest.
And
Sargon
I don't.
Akkad is responsible for Anders Breivik. We know
it's the same thing with like, should I be responsible for somebody from my YouTube audience going and like harassing somebody? So I feel for Spencer in this part, but like the way he fucking freaks out about it is so hilarious. It's so fucking hilarious. There's a way to address this very, very casually and very carefully. A way to like talk about this with sensibility. To try and connect with people, but he doesn't do that. He gets indignant. This is crazy.
We're gonna have a peaceful ethnic cleansing.
That rally, people
came
with riots
peaceful
here, and someone died, and that was under the name of your movement.
No,
how do you not take responsibility for the actions of those people?
Absolutely not. What exactly happened with the death of Heather Heyer?
This is fucked up. Listen to this shit.
The fact is,
here we have this
there is a young
revisionism of
man
history right now.
Yeah, dude, what he says coming up, this is so fucking stupid.
Ooh.
This is spicy. Check this out.
Oh, it's my fault. You know, life doesn't work that way.
Life doesn't work that way.
Say it's your fault. And what, are they going to throw me into moral prison?
Ew.
That is just ridiculous. I have explicitly, not only do I not call for violence, I have explicitly called for peace and explicitly called for dialogue. And I came here to speak to you to actually have a conversation. In terms of what James Fields, the situation with Heather Heyer and James Fields, all I demand is that he receive a fair investigation and a fair trial, which I fear he may never get because he is used as a scapegoat.
Yeah, but okay.
Oh my God! It's
okay. Let's examine the evidence. You have a disaffected young kid who got mixed up with white supremacist groups, extremist groups, and there are a lot of these groups, and I know for a fact because I've fucking seen them. A lot of these groups operate in little chat rooms, in fucking Discord servers, and they organize just like Antifa do. They talk about their weapons, they talk about their plan of attack, they talk about their exit points and all this kind of shit. They do this shit just like Antifa does. They absolutely do. And this kid was part of one of those fucking groups. Now, and he ends up, it doesn't matter whether or not he felt threatened, so he hit the gas and like smashed people and killed somebody. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You could have taken that person and changed him around to any other race, any other type of extremist group. The same fucking thing is going to happen. He's going to jail for a long fucking time, and it will be a fair trial.
There was some guy, I guess, hit a side of the car with a bat or a flagpole, but he was already speeding when the guy hit his car. So regardless of whether or not that guy did that, he would have still plowed through them.
Yep, absolutely. I absolutely agree. I've watched that so many fucking times, dude. So many times.
Maybe I'm just a weird jurist type, but I'm kind of okay with a guy who plowed his car into a crowd of people and killed a person going to jail.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with that.
I'm not losing any sleep, and you know what? Honestly, when it comes to the fact that, especially in our day and age, if you commit a crime that isn't caught on video, you are like the saint, right? You are the perfect jewel thief that doesn't exist. Otherwise, whatever dumb fucking shit, whatever horrible fucking shit you're going to do in the world is going to be caught on camera. Right. And guess what? You can't say, oh my God, I was just excited and I was afraid and shit. No. Like, that's clearly your fucking overpriced fake fucking muscle car plowing into a bunch of people who were not a threat to you.
Well, wouldn't it be great if they found lead in his blood?
Yeah, dude. Okay, I tell you what. I'm gonna give Spencer a little bit of credit. He did go up there. He tried as much as he could to try and have a conversation. His ideas are shit. His ideas are fucking terrible. He at least put in the effort to try. He was cringy, and he was obnoxious, and he was pathetic because of the way he conducted himself. But at least he put the effort in. So I'll give him kudos for that, even though he's a worthless piece of shit human being. So that's as good as you get it from me, Dickie.
I'm not gonna do that. But on this note, though, I mean, I don't think maybe you guys can correct me. I don't think we necessarily need to really expound upon how Richard Spencer standing out upon a big stage in slacks that look like they're a little too small for him, and doing sort of the I don't know, the Chattanooga shuffle as he's trying to obfuscate away from the question. That's about as fucking cringe as it fucking gets, I would say. Now. With that,
let's catch up one more time.
Yep, I'm gonna say let's catch up.
Let's catch up one more time. Jable Spugly says Miles Power videos got my mom to be pro GMO. Badass, dude. He also says the Discord is out of control. Please help. That's all you guys. You have moderators. Just get Sergeant Buck to deal with it. Gonzo Duke says, can Nick answer the half Jewish question?
The half Jewish question.
Oh, listen, dude. On a daily fucking basis, half of me wants to kill myself. So don't worry about it.
Oh, do you have any thoughts on Mouthy Buddha's video about the Jewish question? That's been a big controversy as of late.
Yeah. I put myself in his shoes. Really, when I was considering this, I asked myself, like, what would I do if I was in his shoes? And it was funny. Kill myself was the same answer. I can't explain it.
I'm reserving judgment because I want him to finish the JQ series, because if the third episode ends up being a refutation of those points that he's been bringing up, then I'll feel like it's come about full circle, and it's a complete steel manning argument that's exactly what we need. But as it stands right now, with that void of it being finished, it does feel kind of shitty. It does, from a lot of people's perspective. Not from me, because I know Mouthy, and I know who he is as a person. I've talked to him a long time. But I feel like that would probably be the best way for him to round out the series. We'll see what he does. We'll see what he does. I do know he's a good guy, and he's very compassionate. But he's been immersed in a lot of really crazy shit too.
And from my own conversations with him, and this is coming from a Jew talking to a half Mexican, I think he is.
Yeah, he's half Mexican. Yeah.
I can say with some level of certainty he may betray my trust in this. I don't know, but maybe. I can say from what I know, he's not all right. Like, he wants you to see what they're saying so that you, as an intelligent individual human being, right, can make the decision that that's a crap idea all on your own.
Yeah, you don't need somebody else to tell you that that's a bad idea.
And if you see people like actually steel manning or even just considering alt-right ideas and all that shit, consider this. If you think that society at large here on the internet needs to be told that racism is bad, then you yourself have an even lower opinion of humanity than I do. And if that's the case, you've got some things to sort out, my friend.
Indeed. Indeed. Absolutely. Frankly, my dear says, I want to lock Dick and Tariq in a room to see if they will create the perfect little mixed race lol cow. Mixed racist lol cow. That would be great.
Just turns into a Guatemalan every time. I don't know why.
Gonzo Duke says, Sargon is responsible for V. Oh boy. Jables Boogly, we might need Sargon intervention in the Discord, guys. I could try. I'll send him an invite. A homeless monkey.
Don't. They're just asking you to ask Sargon something.
Yeah, but it'd be funny if I just had Sargon go and try and explain everything to him. That'd be kind of funny. A homeless monkey, thank you very much for the donation. Chris Banks, someone tell Dick he can just preach traditional marriage while also sucking off pool boys. There are better ways to be in the closet. That's true. Shadowfire Carp, please remember Ubermensch Spencer is not an accurate representation of white people. Hashtag not all honkies. That's right. I mean, honkies are good, but I love the term peckerwood. That's like my favorite. Really, that's absolutely my favorite. Okay, and on Streamlabs, we're almost done. We're almost done. Dr. Scriggums at Jables Boogly, give me dickery or give me death. Ideological limbo. Shadowlay, my dudes, thank you very much, Shadowlay, to you. Wonder why giving Spency credit for trying to talk is like giving a kid 200 points for writing their name on top of the SAT. Sure, you can ape the motions, but you all know you're going to fail. That is that. No more shilling, no more money, no more nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, go and check out everybody who's listed in the fucking description of this video. By all means, go and check out Nate Talks to You, our esteemed guest. You've been an amazing guest. Thank you so much for joining us, buddy.
Thanks for inviting me. I should have a video out by tomorrow. I've been working on this video for goddamn months now. I have this one series I began back in 2015 called Rape Hysteria, and I just put off part 2 for a long time. But yeah, it should finally be out by tomorrow. I've been putting a lot of production into it, so yeah.
Yeah,
check
and
that out.
you know, at the same time too, Nate. I don't want to like pressure you or suggest anything to you here, but I mean, like, if you want to pimp your YouTube Saints appearance on Facebook and social media, that's fine. You can do that.
Go and also check out Nightmare Fuel, who's our undersubbed for the week. He's a good dude. He's like Devin Tracy without Devin Tracy's flaws.
He's like Devin Tracy, except he's not an irredeemable cunt.
That's right. Go check out Alicia Errol, ALICIAAROL, Alicia Errol, for all of your cracky method fused ridiculousness. But that's pretty much it. God damn it. All the shots of death are suddenly hitting me right now. I am... Ladies and gentlemen, We have been your YouTube Saints. Join us on Thursday on Twitch for the Midweek Saints, and then find us again here next week and every single motherfucking week on Sunday night, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Nick, what's the wisdom of the night?
Oh, the wisdom of the night. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't spend too much time on social media. And don't believe everything you read.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's it. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night.